U.S. Murray, Salt Lake City. This is the FBN Radio AM 1230. The worldwide leader in sports. A Citadel Broadcasting station. Batting practice is over and the ground crew is getting the field ready. It's time for the On-Deck Circle, a comprehensive look at the Salt Lake Stingers and the Pacific Coast League. Now, to get you ready for today's game, here's the voice of the Stingers, Steve Klauke.
Well, a very good evening to you, and welcome to the On-Deck Circle prior to the start of tonight's ball game between the Salt Lake Stingers and the Oklahoma RedHawks. Steve Klauke with you at the beautiful SBC Bricktown Ballpark here in downtown Oklahoma City, where last night the Stingers opened up their road trip with another heartbreaking loss, trailing 3-0 going into the ninth. The Stingers scored 3 runs to tie it, had the bases loaded with only 1 out with an opportunity to take the lead. But a 4-6-3 double play hit into by Gary Johnson ended the rally with the game tied. And then in the 12th inning, after the Stingers had a couple of 2-out rallies snuffed out, Jeff Pickler singled with 1 out, bringing David Newhand to the plate. Turnbull ready. The pitch. That one's lined to the right center field. A base hit. That's going to run all the way to the alley. Here comes Pickler to third. He's being waved on in. And the RedHawks have won the game on an RBI double by David Newhand. And so the RedHawks win it by a final score of 4-3. So they take game 1 of this 4-game series with the victory. Oklahoma moves back ahead of Nashville into first place in the East Division by a half game with a record of 21-19. The Stingers sinking in the North Division, sinking in a southerly direction, as last night's loss combined with Tacoma's win dropped the Stingers 7.5 games behind the first place Rainiers. Our pitching matchup here tonight for the Stingers, right-hander Steve Green with a record of 3-4 will take the mound for Salt Lake. And for the Oklahoma RedHawks, it'll be left-hander Ryan Snare. His record is 1-3. Our guest in the On-Deck Circle is Mike Brumley Sr., the father of the Stingers manager, as well as a former Major League catcher with the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Washington Senators. We'll talk to Mike about catchers around baseball right after this here on ESPN 1230.
What's the best car on the market today?
Most experts agree they're certified pre-owned BMWs.
Why is that?
To be a certified pre-owned BMW, each car must pass a rigorous inspection by factory-trained BMW technicians. Then, certified pre-owned BMWs have a 2-year, 50,000-mile extended protection plan added to the original new car warranty. Right now, BMW of Murray has a good selection of model year 2000 and 2001 BMWs for you to choose from. Plus, during May, buy any 2000 or 2001 3 Series, 5 Series, 7 Series, or X5 BMW and pay only 2.9% APR for up to 60 months on approved credit through BMW Financial Services. Call BMW of Murray at 262-2479. Go to BMWofMurray.com or visit the BMW of Murray CPO Center at 4689 South States.
You should hear my dad talking to sleep.
What did he say?
I'll show you. Dad, Redwood Road.
Furniture Warehouse. No interest, no payments for 12 months.
That's funny. Ever since he visited Furniture Warehouse, he hasn't been the same. Hey, let's do it again. Redwood Road.
Furniture Warehouse. Huge selection. 12 months, same as cash.
And he does this every time he says Redwood Road?
Furniture Warehouse. Lots of sofas, 12 months interest-free.
Sometimes we do it when he's sleeping in church, too. Redwood Road.
Furniture Warehouse. Mattresses stacked to the rafters. No payments for 1 whole year.
Does he ever stop? Only when I stop saying Redwood Road.
Furniture Warehouse. The lowest price and furniture guaranteed for a full year. No interest, no payments for 12 months, too. Some restrictions apply. See store for details. Furniture Warehouse. By Road Redwood. Redwood Road. I don't know.
Welcome back to the On-Deck Circle. Our guest is Mike Brumley Sr., a former Major League catcher. Now, last year when I had you on the show, we talked about if there was one pitcher that you could choose to win a ball game, you chose Sandy Koufax. Now, you're a catcher, so or at least right now among the Major League catchers, if you needed someone to be behind the plate in a ball game, who would you choose?
Well, that's a difficult question because there's several that I really like. In fact, I just wrote a manual that we're going to finish in Salt Lake City, by the way. And And I listed the guys that I thought were the best, all the way from calling the game to blocking home plate, tagging runners, throwing out runners at second, and they all have their specialties. But right now, I kind of like, and I mentioned the catchers for the Angels. Obviously, they've won Gold Gloves, but the way he handles pitchers, the way he handles difficult situations, he might be the catcher for me. Although I really like the catcher for the Cardinals. Matheny blocks the ball in the dirt. He calls a good game. He's got a quick release. I really like him. But overall, I might have to stick with our club, you know, the Angels. And both of Molina's are good catchers. In fact, I've seen great strides in the young one this year. He's trimmed down. I bet he's lost 30 or 40 pounds, or it looks to me like he has. Hasn't picked up any speed. But I can still outrun both of them.
Mike Brumley, Sr., our guest here on the On Deck Circle. More with Mike right after this here on ESPN 1230.
You're listening to Stingers Baseball on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
Stuck in jail, call, be bail bound, bail bound. Stuck in jail again, call, be bail bound, bail bound.
Stuck in jail, call Beehive Bail Bond. We have offices located throughout the entire state of Utah. No money, no problem. We can set up an interest-free monthly payment plan. Get out now, pay later. Need a defense attorney? We can set up a no-cost consultation with a veteran defense attorney after your release on bond. We have spent over 30 years establishing a reputation for honest, dependable service to Utah. We are members of the Utah Better Business Bureau.
Stuck in jail, call, Beehive Bail Bound, bail bound. Stuck in jail again, call, Beehive Bail Bound, bail bound.
Ford's big Memorial Day Zero Plus sales event is taking place now at Smith Auto in Spanish Fork and Nephi. And the savings are alarming. Now through Memorial Day weekend, let our experienced sales staff get you the best buy on your next Ford. Kevin, Jeff, Bob, Chad, and in Nephi, Michael and Kerry are dedicated to customer satisfaction. They'll show you savings up to $3,500 on the Heritage F-150 or how to lease a nicely equipped F-150 Super Cab for as low as $332 per month. Ask our sales staff for details. Plus, the 2004 Ford F-150 Motor Trend Truck of the Year has never been more affordable, with rebates up to $2,000 on Super Cabs and up to $1,500 on Super Cruise. So through Memorial Day weekend, come see our savings before time runs out. Smith Auto. Take exit number 263 off I-15. Drive south on the west side Frontage Road to Smith Auto, 2534 North 200 East in Spanish Fork, or visit us at 131 South Main in Nephi.
And now more with our pregame conversation with the father of Stingers manager Mike Brumley, former Major League catcher Mike Brumley Sr.
I think when people do rate catchers, the quote-unquote so-called experts, they leave, game calling behind, and that may be the most important part of all.
Handling of pitchers and game calling is the most important. Not throwing out runners, that's an important thing, obviously, and that's probably my strongest point. But that wasn't the most important thing. I think calling a good game. For instance, one of the things that no one ever mentioned, because he had pretty good years with the bat, was Elston Howard. When I played, he called such a good game. He was really a good handler of pitchers, and he received the ball well. That's another thing. Receiving the ball smoothly and not getting in the umpire's way where you give a good idea of where the pitch is and so on. That's so important. And I see a lot of catchers that interfere with that today. And they don't get the low strike, for instance. Well, you know, if a pitcher doesn't get the low strike, what happens? And offensively, you got to go with a catcher like it was with Atlanta, now with Lopez. He's offensively, he's as good a catcher, I think, as in the big leagues, much Rodriguez is offensively. And he throws well. I just think there's some other things about catching that is important or more important than that. Now, what a calling the game, handling of pitchers. Believe it or not, catching is a place where you can't have an ego. You've got to work with a guy, and you know, pitchers, if you've been broadcasting business long enough, they all have different personalities, so you've got to adjust immediately to each personality. Sometimes you go to the whip like a good jockey. Sometimes you have to just fade him along. For instance, Koufax, you had to rate him like a jockey. Sometimes he'd go out, and when he'd come out of the bullpen, he couldn't throw a breaking ball if you put a gun to his head. But if you'd rate him, in other words, show him the curveball, make him hit the fastball, then about the third inning, that curveball come in, then it's all over. But you had to get him to the third inning. And Johnny Roseburg, who was a starting catcher, did a great job doing that. He wouldn't even let him see a good curveball until it really starts snapping. And when it started doing that, it's over. You might as well, the bullpen could, take off the shoes.
Well, as a former Salt Lake catcher now with the Oakland A's, Damian Miller once told me it's like being a well-paid babysitter sometimes behind the plate in dealing with pitchers.
Damian Miller is also one of my favorite catchers. I really like him. He's done an outstanding job. For instance, the job he did in the World Series, catching two very difficult and different personalities, and he did it like a master. And he was high on my list. I don't know why. I don't know. Where is he now?
He's with Oakland.
Oakland, that's right. That's right. I know that. I'm getting old and forgetful, but I think he's one of those catchers that's not as strong offensively and doesn't have the strongest arm. But man, he can handle pitchers, and he's got a good staff to handle now. And time he learns them and they learn him, watch out for Oakland.
And that's our conversation with Mike Brumley Sr., former Major League catcher, and of course the father of Singers manager Mike Brumley. We'll be back with tonight's starting lineups after this on ESPN 1230.
Big O Tires is the place for terrific savings on a huge selection of tires during the Get Up and Go sale going on now, just in time for Memorial Day weekend. You'll find Utah's best prices around on major brand tires for every driving need, including our famous Big O brand tires, backed by the best warranty in the business. And for a limited time only, you can get a Disneyland Adventure package free with the purchase of 4 select Big O brand tires. See Big O for details. As always, you can use your RC Willey credit card and receive 90 days same as cash financing OAC. Be prepared this Memorial Day weekend and get to Big O for the best in tires, custom wheels, batteries, and service. And a free Disneyland Adventure package with the purchase of 4 select Big O brand tires during the huge Get Up and Go sale going on now. Big O Tires, Utah's #1 tire store.
Doc, I need help.
Lie down and just relax. Okay, now, why don't we talk about association? When I say furniture, you say...
Redwood Road. Sofas and more sofas. Utah's largest selection of sofas. I see sofas for $2.99 and leather sofas for only $5.99.
I see. So when I say Redwood Road, you say...
Furniture Warehouse. Mattresses stacked to the rafters. 20-year warranty. Pillow top sets starting at $2.99.
You associate all this when I say Redwood Road?
We have recliners from Lane, socks from Howard Miller, Bassett mirrors, Stoddard, Douglas,
and all of this is on Redwood Road.
Furniture Warehouse. Sectionals, bookcases, computer desks, office desks, bunk beds, futons. Nobody beats their price.
Okay, let's try again. Redwood Road.
Furniture Warehouse. Designer furniture as furnished in the award-winning homes in the parade of homes. Doc? Hey, Doc, where'd you go? Hello?
He went to Furniture Warehouse on Redwood Road. Like, no.
Welcome back to downtown Oklahoma City, where it's time to give you tonight's starting lineup brought to you by Nationally Isuzu Southtown. Isuzu is back in the Salt Lake area at Nationally Isuzu Southtown, located in the Southtown Auto Mall in Sandy. For the visiting Salt Lake Stingers, leading off the second baseman, Javi Rodriguez. Batting second, the newcomer, shortstop, Vic Gutierrez. Hitting third and playing left field, Jake Brewer. Batting cleanup and playing third base, Alex Pelaez. Hitting fifth and playing first base, Will Nieves. Batting sixth, right field, Derek Gibson. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, Casey Smith. Hitting eighth, the center fielder, Brian Gordon. And batting ninth and catching, Tom Gregorio. Pitching for the Stingers, right-hander Steve Green. For the homestanding Oklahoma RedHawks, leading off the second baseman, Jeff Pickler. Batting second, the third baseman, David Newhand. Hitting third and playing right field, Jason Conti. Batting cleanup, the left fielder, Gary Matthews Jr. Hitting fifth, the designated hitter, Pete Sacalillo. Hitting sixth, the shortstop, Santiago Perez. Hitting seventh and catching, Danny Artois. Batting eighth, the first baseman, Adrian Gonzalez. And hitting ninth, the center fielder, Ramon Nivar. Pitching for Oklahoma will be left-hander Ryan Stair. It's the Stingers and the RedHawks. Game 2 of a 4-game series. We'll be back with tonight's first pitch right after this timeout. You've been in the on-deck circle on ESPN 1230.
You're listening to Stingers Baseball on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM. This has been the on-deck circle. Stay tuned. Salt Lake Stingers Baseball is coming up next on the home of the Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM. KQS Murray, Salt Lake City.
Great throw to Carl down the hill.
This is ESPN Radio AM 1230.
Play a bus for the left field.
Worldwide leader in sports. On Citadel Broadcasting Station.
Do you remember the quality of service and car care your parents used to talk about? The honesty, knowledge, and experience? I'll tell you what. With 15 years of experience, the guys at Custom Auto will give you all of that and more. All the mechanics at Custom Auto are ASE certified master technicians, honest, reliable, and will get the job done right. And unlike the big dogs, your car will be done when they say it'll be done. Remember, at Custom Auto, they work on all makes and models, any and all repairs. No job is too big or too small. Now featuring interseat battery installation and warranty replacement center. So call 487-6124 to make an appointment. Or just stop in Custom Auto at 1465 South, 7th East in Salt Lake City. Whether you need to service your engine or you have a bigger problem with your vehicle, you need to see the guys at Custom Auto with the latest in technology and old-time service. Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. And tell them K-Fan sent you. Remember, Custom Auto, the only name in auto repair.
The field is live. The starting pitchers have finished their warm-up, and the managers have exchanged lineup cards. It's time for Salt Lake Stingers baseball. So let's go to the ballpark. Here's the voice of the Salt Lake Stingers, Steve Klauke.
Pleasant good evening on a warm and windy Friday night here in Oklahoma City. It's the Stingers and RedHawks. Game number 2 of this 4-game series. The Stingers losing a heartbreaker here last night to the RedHawks in 12 innings by a final score of 4-3. So now they'll try to bounce back and see if they can pull one out here this evening in game number 2 of this series. As a matter of fact, the RedHawks have taken the field. So let's take them around their position defensively, and that is always brought to you by the Phone Directories Company. Cover your bases using the phone book with a beautiful cover, or you can look up what you need at myphonedirectory.com. For Oklahoma, Gary Matthews Jr. is in left field, Ramon Nivar in center, and Jason Conti is in right. David Newhand at third, Santiago Perez at short, Jeff Pickler at second base, and Adrian Gonzalez is over at first. The battery of Ryan Stair pitching and Danny Artois catching. For Stair, this will be his 7th start in 31 2/3 innings. He's given up 39 hits, 21 runs, 14 of them earned. He has walked 11 and struck out 20. He's not hit or battered nor thrown a wild pitch. He has surrendered 6 home runs. Snare has won 1 and lost 3 with a 3.98 earned run average. The PCL batting .305 against left-hander Ryan Snare. 83 degrees, the game time temperature. Winds out of the south at 22 miles per hour. So a warm, windy night here in Oklahoma City. The first pitch of the ball game to Javi Rodriguez is high, ball 1, and we're underway. Rodriguez batting .200 so far as a Stinger. No extra base hits and 1 run batted in. The 1-0 pitch, breaking ball, strength and ease. Equals the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Rodriguez. 1 for 5 last night. He had a single in that key 3-run ninth. 1-1 pitch is blinded to right center field, a base hit. Racing over to cut it off is Navarre, and he'll hold Rodriguez to a single. But the leadoff man's aboard for the Stingers here in the first. That'll bring up Vic Gutierrez, the shortstop, making his first AAA appearance in this his 10th professional season. He had his contract purchased from Atlantic City of the Atlantic League a couple of days ago in 9 games with the Atlantic City Surf. He was batting .333 with 1 triple and 5 runs batted in. Out of Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. They're ready to pitch. Outside corner, knee high for a strike, and it's 0-1. Gutierrez, 5'9", 170. As we mentioned, in his 10th year, 26 years old. Hear music in the background, but that's actually from the band outside the ballpark. No balls, 1 strike. Snare's pitch. Gutierrez bunts first base side, off the mound. Snare has it. Glove spins, throws low, but it's dug out by Gonzalez for the out. So Gutierrez with a successful sacrifice. An interesting note on that sacrifice. That is the 11th of the year by the Stingers. That equals their total of all of last season. So runner at second base, 1 out. That'll bring up Jake Thrower, the left fielder, batting .268, 11 doubles and 13 runs batted in. Thrower 1 for 5 with an RBI last night. Ryan Snare on the mound, 6 feet tall, 201 pounds in his 4th year out of Clearwater, Florida originally, now calls Atlanta home. Runner at second base, 1 out. Snare's pitch. Fastball in the air towards right. Onside to his right, a few steps makes the catch. Sagging at second, Rodriguez. He's going to try for third. The throw offline, and it bounces into the stand, and that will allow Rodriguez to go in and score. And it's 1-0 Stingers. Rodriguez forcing the issue, advancing on the fly ball to right. Conside's 1 hot throw bounces away and winds up into the seat. And so the throwing error by Consi puts the Stingers ahead 1-0. So 2 outs and nobody on base. The batter will be Alex Pelaez, the third baseman, hitting .331, 5 doubles, a triple, 2 homers, and 24 runs batted in. 3 for 5 last night to open up the series here. There was acquired from Florida along with 2 others, including his first baseman Gonzalez, in a trade last July between the Rangers and the Marlins, as Pelaez takes low, ball 1. That was the deal that sent closer Uguet Urbina to the Marlins. Pelaez the hitter. Base is empty. A run in here in the first. Now Snare's pitch. Fastball in at the knees. A strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. The right-hand batter. Now Snare's pitch. One on line at the second baseman. Pickler does retire the side. 1 run. It was unearned. 1 hit, 1 error, and nobody left on base. So after the first half inning of play, it's the Stingers 1 and Oklahoma's coming to bat here on ESPN 1230.
It's difficult enough to work your way through this jungle called life every day without having to carry an 800-pound gorilla of high-interest student loans around with you. So just do what over 300,000 people have already done and call College Loan Corporation at 1-800-2-COLLEGE. College Loan Corporation will gladly give you the advice you need while helping you look into interest rates as low as 2.63%, the lowest federal rates in 40 years. 1-800-2-COLLEGE. It's the smartest call you can make.
Your lawn is being taken over by dandelions and crabgrass.
Help!
With Weed Be Gone, one product gets rid of the dandelions,
but not the crabgrass.
The other kills the crabgrass,
but not the lawn weeds. There's got to be a better way.
There is. Bayer Advanced All-in-One Weed Killer. It kills lawn weeds plus crabgrass in just one easy step, and it won't harm your lawn.
2 kinds of weeds, one simple solution.
Bayer Advanced. Better thinking, better results.
Opportunity's not just knocking, it's pounding. Right now, you can get a new Honda, motorcycle, scooter, or ATV in stock with 0 down payment and 6.9% fixed APR for up to 5 years to American Honda Finance Corporation. And right now, you can register to win a Honda XR80R in a Big Deals Little Wheels program brought to you by Honda and Stedman's. See store for rules and details. So get down to Stedman's Recreation on Main in Tooele. Items available by buyers. New example, 60 monthly payments of $19.75 for each $1,000 finance. Offered through May 31st, 2004. Other restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Well, we go to the bottom of the first inning, 1-0 in favor of the Stingers, and defensively for Salt Lake. Let's check their alignment, courtesy of the Phone Directories Company. Jake Power in left, Brian Gordon in center, and Derek Gibson's in right. Alex Pelaez at third, Vic Gutierrez at short. Javi Rodriguez at second base, and Will Nieves at first. The battery is Steve Green pitching, and Tom Gregorio catching. For Steve Green, this is his 8th start in 36 innings. He's given up 40 hits, 23 runs, all of them earned. He's walked 21 and struck out 19. He's hit 2 batters, no wild pitches, and 4 home runs allowed. Green, 3 and 4 with a 5.75 earned run average. The PCL batting .292 against right-hander Steve Green. Jeff Pickler, the second baseman, to lead things off, batting .309, 4 doubles, a triple, no homers and 9 runs batted in. A couple of hits yesterday to extend his hitting streak to 11 games. Green's first pitch, a fastball, low and away, ball 1. Steve with a fastball curve and changeup. Pitch to Pickler, and that's downstairs for ball 2. 2-0 the count. Stingers in their sleeveless gray uniforms with the red sleeves underneath. Red numerals and lettering trimmed in black. RedHawks in their home whites with the red numerals and lettering trimmed in black. The 2-0 pitch. Swinging a chopper right side. The second baseman Rodriguez handles the letter high bounce and fires to first for the out. So Pickler retired, 1 away. And that'll bring up the third baseman, David Newhand, who drove in the game winner with his double up the alley in right center field last night. Overall, Newhand batting .322, 10 doubles, 3 triples, 5 homers, 20 runs batted in. 2 for 4 altogether last night with that RBI double. Elias even with the bag at third. And the pitch is a fastball strike on the outside corner above the knees, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike the count on Newhand, a left-handed hitter out of Pepperdine University. Green with a fastball that misses inside of the knees. That evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Green trying to snap a personal 4-game losing streak. Fastball outside, 2-1 the count. Bobby Jones, the Oklahoma manager, coaching at third base with hitting coach Bruce Crabb over at first. Swing and a foul, backed off the screen, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Again, interesting dimensions here at the SPC Bricktown Ballpark. The only thing that looks normal is 325 down the line. The 2-2 pitch, breaking ball just missed a little low, fills the count at 3-2. It's 356 to straightaway left. Then it juts out immediately to 365, kind of a little angled wall down there. 3-2 payoff pitch is slight foul down the left field side. Then all the way out to another corner in left center that's 415. Straightaway center is 400. 405 to right center. 363 to straightaway right center. Then another little corner that jets out and then comes back to the 325 down the right field line. The 3-2 curveball misses low and inside for ball 4. And so Newhand aboard on the 1-out walk. And that's where Steve has really struggled this year with his control. He has 3 more walks than strikeouts right now. Here's Jason Conti, the right fielder, batting .348, 11 doubles, 1 triple, 4 homers, 28 runs batted in. Conti 1 for 4 with a single last night. 1-0 Stingers here in the bottom of the first. Infield double play depth for Salt Lake. The pitch. Going bunt Conti takes the breaking ball low, ball 1. And immediately Tom Gregorio goes out to the mound to have a word with Green. Steve Green, 6'2", 200 pounds, in his 7th year out of the Montreal, Quebec area. And those flags starts all the way around the ballpark. Winds out of the south again at 22 miles per hour. Blowing straight out towards left. Saw the wind blow a few out of the yards last night for the RedHawks. 1-0 pitch, the runner goes. Pitch is low. The throw to second base is not going to be in time. David Newhand, 5 out of 5 on the year now in the stolen base department. Now the RedHawks have the potential tying run in scoring position. With 1 out and a 2-ball, no strike count on Jason Conti. So 2-0 the count. Newhand the lead at first. The pitch. Fastball low and outside to the left-hand batter. Ball 3. 3-0 the count. Tomorrow afternoon, prior to the game here between the Stingers and the RedHawks, it's going to be a celebrity baseball game. 3-0 pitch, low ball 4, and it's back-to-back walks issued by Steve Green after the first out. The runners at first and second, 1 away. That'll bring up Gary Matthews Jr., the left fielder. Batting .321, 9 doubles, 4 triples, 8 homers, and 34 runs batted in. Matthews, son of Sarge, 2 out of 5 last night with a run batted in. His RBI single. He hit the 3rd inning, put the RedHawks ahead, 1-0. So Green down the mound, runners at first and second, 1 out. The pitch. Fastball in at the knees, a strike, 0-1. The umpires, as assigned by the Pacific Coast League. Travis Reininger behind the plate, Cameron Keller at first, and Kevin Kelly's the arbiter at third. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out, 2 on. Infield a double play depth for Matthews as the pitch comes home. Just a little bit low on the outer portion of the plate to Matthews, and that evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pete Zaccolillo is on deck. Green ready. The check of the runner at second. The pitch home. Breaking ball. Pitch is low. Ball 2. 2-1 the count. Steve having trouble with the strike zone again. He's already walked 2 batters in the first inning. And is behind on Matthews 2-1. He was actually behind on Pickler 2-0 on the ground out. Fastball inside. Matthews jumps back out of the way. Ball 3. And now 3-1 the count on Matthews, and a wide one here would load them up. Now Green ready, the 3-1. Started after it, held up, and the breaking ball missed low. That's ball 4, and the bases are loaded on 3 straight walks. Now here's Pete Zaccolillo, who didn't play last night. Pitching coach Rich Bombard going to the mound to talk things over with Steve Green. Zaccolillo batting .278. 7 doubles, 8 homers, and 28 runs batted in. Picked up in the Rule 5 draft. That was back in December. He was originally a 23rd round draft pick of the Cubs in 1999 out of Rutgers University. So danger here. Bases loaded, 1 out after 3 straight walks. The pitch on the way. Low, ball 1. He's missing low with everything. I guess the angle's tough from here, but Travis Reininger must not have much of a low strike zone. The 1-0 pitch. Swung on and lifted foul out of play down the left field side. And that evens the count of 1 ball and 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike. Green from the stretch. Checks the runner at third. The pitch. Fastball strike. 2 called on the inside corner at the bell. Zaccolillo jackknifed to get out of the way of what he thought was going to be Hit inside pitch. Now 1-2 the count. Green pitches. Low and inside as Acalillo skips ropes to get out of the way. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Don't want to go to 3-2. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Got him with a 93-mile-per-hour fastball, according to the radar gun on the board. So 2 outs and the base is loaded. And the batter will be Santiago Perez. Perez batting .270, 4 doubles, 7 homers, and 17 runs batted in. Perez at the plate. He's 3 for 4 with the bases loaded. Then again, Zaccarillo is 2 for 4. Green's first pitch to him is a breaking ball inside to Perez. Ball 1. Switch hitter batting left-handed against the right-hander Green. And I don't know if Tom Gregorio saw something there, but as soon as he popped that pitch inside, he quickly jumped out from behind the plate to go out to talk with Steve Green. Stinger's parent club, the Anaheim Angels, hosting Baltimore tonight. Jared Washburn going for the Angels with his 7-1 record. 1-0 pitch. Fastball in at the knees. And strike, and that evens the count at 1-1. Perez acquired late in spring training by the Rangers from the Cubs for a player to be named later. 1 ball, 1 strike on Perez. Green's pitch. Fastball inside. And that clips off his bat to the screen. So the count's 1-2. Great for the Stingers there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner at third, Newhand. Conti at second. Matthews at first. The pitch. Yaz missed outside at the knees. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bases loaded, 2 out. Green ready. The pitch. Swing and a foul back into the screen, and it's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Danny Artois, the catcher, is due next. Runner at third, Newhand. Conti at second. Matthews at first. Green ready. There goes the merry-go-round. The pitch is lined down the left field side, and that's going into the corner. A fair ball. Newhand will score. Conti will score. Matthews being waved around the front of the plate, not in time. It's a 3-run double by Santiago Perez, and the RedHawks take a 3-1 lead. Pitch away from Perez, and he went with it and took it down the left field line. And so it's a 3-1 Oklahoma lead as the Stingers' advantage was short-lived. But again, Steve Green walked 3 batters in a row to set the table, and Perez cleaned the plate. So now here's the former Buzzman, Danny Artois. The first pitch off speed and over for a strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike to count. Now Green's pitch. Third ball, loop foul. The front row down the first base side. 0-2 the count. So 3-1 Oklahoma here in the first. No balls, 2 strikes to count on Artois. 1 for 4 last night. That won a solo homer in the 4th inning. Now the 0-2. Started after it, held up as it missed low and away. Ball 1. 1-2 the count. Now Green set, checks the runner at second base. Perez, the pitch. Fastball high, 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two and 2 the count. Artois, the 7th man to come to bat in the inning. Now the 2-2. Third ball, tap toward third. Charging Pelaya's glove. Throws on the run. Untargeted in time to retire the side. But the RedHawks take the lead. 3 runs and only 1 hit. No errors and 1 runner left on the base path. At the end of 1, it's Oklahoma 3 and the Stingers 1 on ESPN 1230.
Why are we turning here?
To look at used cars.
I thought we were going to Gus Paulus.
We are.
Gus is in West Valley City. This is Jordan Landing.
Right.
Did I miss something?
He's growing.
Who's growing?
Gus.
Growing? At his age? Imagine that. No more short jokes, no more booster seats at restaurants, no more ads with half a head.
Huh?
Oh, man, Gus is finally growing. And if he can grow, maybe we can all grow.
Oh.
This is a sign. It gives the world new hope.
Honey.
It's a miracle.
His dealership is growing.
What?
They've expanded. This is their new used car lot.
Oh. Well, that's kind of miraculous, isn't it?
If you say so.
I do.
Gus may not be getting any taller, but with a new dealership at Jordan Landing, his service and selection keeps getting better.
Hey, I wonder if I'm still growing.
I wonder.
Want to measure me when we get home?
I'm not sure you're coming home.
Aw.
The Gus Paulus Auto Group. With Gus, anything is possible.
Whether you're trading your car in or you want to keep it forever, then get those nasty dents and dings removed by Dent Pro. Dent Pro, the mobile paintless dent repair, will come to you. Dent Pro fixes shopping cart dents, creases, hail damage, and everyday door dings without disturbing the factory paint.
If your bumper's dented, torn, or scuffed, Dent Pro now offers bumper repair and bumper touch-up at half the cost of a body shop. At Dent Pro, we'll make them new again.
Mobile, convenient, 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Call today toll-free, 1-877-DENT-PRO.
We go now to the second inning. It'll be Will Nieves to lead things off, followed by Derek Gibson and Casey Smith. 3-1 the score after 1 in favor of Oklahoma. Will Nieves to start things off, batting .296. 5 doubles, 3 triples, 4 homers, 17 runs batted in for Nieves, who's 1 for 6 in the series after last night. There's first pitch to him. Is a fastball in for a strike, held high, 0-1. There's last outing was on May the 15th at Las Vegas. The 0-1 swing and a miss to the slow curve, but it's 0-2. 4 innings of work, 10 hits allowed, 8 runs, only 4 of them earned. He walked 1 and struck out 2, gave up a home run in the loss. Now the 2-strike pitch, change up misses high, 1-2. There had a stretch back in April where he was with the parent club, the Texas Rangers, as Nieves pops it up. Right side of the infield, coming down the first baseman Gonzalez with the call. Staggers a bit into fair territory, but makes the catch for out number 1. 1 away. That'll bring up the right fielder, Derek Gibson, batting .247. 5 doubles, 1 homer, 6 runs batted in. 5 for 6 last night with 3 doubles for Derek. But during that 5-day stretch that Nair spent with Texas, he was not used once. They actually went 2 weeks in between starts here for Oklahoma. The first pitch is in at the knees to Gibson for a strike, and it's 0-1. 0 ball, 1 strike. Nair working quickly the pitch. Swung on, and there's a deep drive to left. That ball's up there, it's out there, and it is long gone over the bullpen. That one was about 450 feet from home plate. A home run by Derek Gibson. And that makes it a 3-2 Oklahoma lead. Man alive, he crushed it. Obviously got help from the wind, but Derek really got a hold of that one. Again, the corner of the bullpen, the corner of the wall by the bullpen is 415, and it carried over both bullpen mounds as well as the shack out there that the relief pitchers sit in while they're waiting to be called upon. A mammoth clout by Derek Gibson. And that cuts the RedHawks lead to 3-2. That'll bring up Casey Smith, who takes low ball 1. And of course, that home run, that's another Mountain America home equity home run. Finance your home equity or construction loan today with Mountain America Credit Union. Casey Smith fouls one to the first base side, upper deck. And the count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. There, that was the 7th home run that he has surrendered this year. with a swing and a foul tip into the glove of the catcher Ardoin, and it's 1-2. And we were told beforehand that Snare works quickly, and they weren't kidding. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count on Casey Smith. He takes the breaking ball into the dirt, 2-2. Casey last night 2 for 5 with a run batted in. It was his RBI single that got the 3-run inning scoring started. 2-2 to Smith. Third ball inside, back to Casey away, and that fills the count at 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Now Snare lines the payoff pitch. Swing and a foul back to the screen. So we'll do it again at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Snare's only win came on April the 29th at Memphis. Gave up 4 runs, 3 of them earned in 6 innings. 3-2 payoff pitch again. Swung on, chopped towards third. Newhand charges, scoops it up on the short hop, and throws to first for the out. Nice pick by Newhand. Had to grab that one on the short bounce, but he made it cleanly and made the throw over to first base in plenty of time to get Smith. So 2 outs. That'll bring up the center fielder, Brian Gordon. Gordon hitting .235, 7 doubles, 4 homers, 14 runs batted in. Brian 2 for 6 last night with a double. Getting back to the home run by Gibson. The left fielder, Gary Matthews Jr., didn't even take a step back. There's a curveball low, ball 1. He just turned around and watched it sail over the bullpen. 1-0 the count on Gordon. Snare's pitch. Curve, that's a strike in the outside corner at the knees. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now the 1-1. Swung on, popped up behind third base. Newhand out, Perez the shortstop out, calling everybody off, and Perez makes the catch about 35 feet beyond the skin of the infield dirt to retire the side. 1 run on 1 hit, the home run by Gibson, and nobody left on base. After an inning and a half, it's now Oklahoma 3 and the Stingers 2 on ESPN 1230.
Remember the quality of service and car care your parents used to talk about? The honesty, knowledge, and experience? I'll tell you what, with 15 years of experience, the guys at Custom Auto will give you all of that and more. All the mechanics at Custom Auto are ASE certified master technicians, honest, reliable, and will get the job done right. And unlike the big dogs, your car will be done when they say it'll be done. Remember, at Custom Auto, they work on all makes and models, any and all repairs. No job is too big or too small. Now featuring interstate battery installation and warranty replacement center. So call 487-6124 to make an appointment. Or just stop in Custom Auto at 1465 South, 7th East in Salt Lake City. Whether you need to service your engine or you have a bigger problem with your vehicle, you need to see the guys at Custom Auto with the latest in technology and old-time service. Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. And tell them K-Fan sent you. Remember, Custom Auto, the only name in auto repair.
Spring is here, and that means shorter nights. But just because there's more daylight doesn't mean you don't still need better everyday lighting. Your local Ace Hardware stores and GE Lighting can help. GE Lighting has replaced the ordinary incandescent bulb with the new Reveal bulb. Reveal bulbs make colors so crisp, clean, that you truly see the difference. Guaranteed. Reveal bulbs from GE Lighting at your local Ace Hardware. Ace, the helpful place.
All right, we move along to the bottom of the second inning. It's a 3-2 ball game. Steve Green will face Adrian Gonzalez, Ramon Navarre, and Jeff Pickler here in the bottom of the second. Stingers baseball brought to you in part by Taco Maker. Try Taco Maker's new grilled ranchero pork burrito for only $2.89. And Taco Maker will donate $5 to the United Way for every double play turned by the Stingers this year. I think I had my numbers off a little bit yesterday. They've actually turned 35 double plays so far this year, for a total donation to this point of $175. Here's Adrian Gonzalez, the first baseman. He hit an opposite field home run in last night's ball game. 1 for 5 overall on the day. That was his first home run of the season. He hit only 5 all of last year. First pitch on the way from Green, low and inside, ball 1. Steve skated himself into a corner in the first inning by walking 3 straight batters after 1 out, and eventually gave up the 3-run double to Santiago Perez. Now Green ready to 1-0. Low and inside again, ball 2. 2-0 the count. Ken Green has lost his last 4 starts, not including the game he led 2-0 after 2.5. There's a pitch, strikes the knees, 2-1. In Tacoma, that's suspended by rain. His last outing, May 15th against Colorado Springs, gave up 3 runs on 8 hits in 6 innings. Now the 2-1. Fastball outside the knees, 3-1. Doesn't look like he's missing by a whole lot. Travis Reininger doesn't have all that big a strike zone. That's part of the problem. 3-1 pitch, low and outside a curveball. He walked it. 4th walk issued by Steve Green. That equals his season high. That'll bring up Ramon Navarre, the center fielder, hitting .301. 2 doubles, a homer, and 11 runs batted in. As close as some of these calls are, and normally maybe in the major leagues you'd see some arguing, but believe it or not, talking to various managers over the years, umpires at this level tend to carry grudges a lot longer than their major league brethren. Here's a bunt into the air, and they're reaching out as Nieves near the coach's box at first, but he just couldn't quite get there. And the count's 0-1. That's why you don't see those big arguments. Maybe a manager trying to get himself tossed early in a ball game and try to spark things up, just because, for whatever reason, the guys at this level tend to carry the grudges a little bit longer. And you do that in the second game of the series, and like a game like tonight, you're meat for the rest of the series. The 0-1 pitch on the way, curveball, popped up behind first base. The second baseman, Rodriguez, out in short right field, has it for out number 1. So Navarre retired, 1 away to the top of the order, and Jeff Pickler, he grounded out to the second baseman, Javi Rodriguez, his first time out. Well, sad to see, but Ben Petrick, longtime Colorado Springs AAA player, has been with the Portland Beavers this year, had to announce his retirement this week as he disclosed that he has been diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. Petrick said he doesn't believe the problem had affected his physical ability yet, but it had taken its mental toll on him. This pitch to Pickler on the way. Fastball low, ball 1. Petrick once a top catching prospect of the Rockies organization with shoulder problems. Kind of taken that away from him. He's primarily been an outfielder of late. Now the 1-0 pitch. That one bounces in. Blocked by the catcher, Gregorio. 2-0 the count. Petrick told the Rocky Mountain News that he wasn't enjoying playing as much as he used to, wondering if it was worth the time and the medication necessary to play with Parkinson's disease. He feels it's time to step back and reorganize his life, saying he still loves the game but don't love playing it as much. He has other things that he wants to do. 2-0 pitch on the way, and it's low and outside to Pickler, ball 3. 3-0 the count. Petrick said he actually originally was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease after the 1999 season. There's a breaking ball low again. The umpire, Reininger, twitched his right shoulder like he was going to call his strike and then changed his mind. So that's 5 walks issued by Steve Green, already a season high, and we're only in the second. And that's piling up a pitch count that does not bode well for the Stingers with as many relievers that were used last night. Petrick says he plans to go into college and coach at the high school or collegiate level. So here's Newhand, who walked and scored his first time up. Swings at the first pitch and pops it foul. Third base side into the upper deck, strike 1. And the chase is on for the Souvenir. No balls, 1 strike to count on Newhand. 2 on, 1 out. 5 walks issued by Green. The first 3 walks turned into runs. Now the 0-1 to Newhand. Fastball again, pop foul, third base side. It's going to find its way out onto the street. 0-2 the count. 2 beautiful statues outside the Bricktown ballpark here. Behind at the third base entrance, there is the great bronze statue of Mickey Mantle, who's from Oklahoma. In fact, the street right outside the ballpark on the third base side is Mickey Mantle Drive. There's a breaking ball into the dirt, walked nicely by the catcher Gregorio to hold the runners. 1-2 the count. There's also behind home plate on the plaza. Beautiful bronze statue, another Oklahoma native, catcher Johnny Bench. 1-2 the count on Newham. Green ready to pitch. The ball, swing and a miss. He struck him out. Second strikeout for Green, and there's 2 down here in the second inning. That'll bring up Jason Conti, who walks and scored in the first. Matter of fact, the folks in New York have actually opened up a Mickey Mantle's restaurant across the street from the ballpark here. Just one problem. They brought the prices from New York with them. So 2 on, 2 out. Conti the batter. The pitch. Swing and a foul tip into the glove of the catcher Gregorio on a fastball. The count's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike to the left-handed batter from Pittsburgh, PA. Stayed at home and played collegiately at the University of Pittsburgh. No balls, 1 strike to pitch. Fastball fouled, backing out of play over the roof. 0-2 the count on Conti. Beautiful ballpark here in Oklahoma City. Now, there was one minor league website that rated this the best park in minor league baseball. I don't know that I'd go that far. It's one of the best, but for a lot of different reasons, I still enjoy the Memphis ballpark a little bit more. No balls, 2 strikes the count. I think that one is better. More seats, more rabid baseball fans. The atmosphere is a lot better. No balls, 2 strikes, the pitch. Fastball outside, 1-2. Both fields, though, are immaculate. Great sight lines for everybody. Both of them have jumbotrons. Memphis is larger, so it's easier for the fans to read and see. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count on Conti as Green delivers. Her ball, way down at cat foul. Just got a piece of it to stay alive. So the count holds at 1 ball and 2 strikes on Conti. Signed as a free agent back in November. Last year was his first year after 7 in the Arizona organization away from the Diamondbacks. He split his time between AAA Indianapolis and their parent club, the Milwaukee Brewers. 1-2 pitch from Green again, breaking ball into the dirt. Now they've got the runner picked off at second. No, and the throw gets through the glove of Gutierrez in the center field, but it's backed up by Gordon. And the runners have to hold. The count's 2-2. They had the runner at second, Gonzalez, picked off, but Gutierrez, the newcomer, was late getting over towards second base, and Gregorio had to throw on the run, and the throw ended up behind Gutierrez. And he wasn't able to flag it down, but fortunately the runner was headed back towards second. Brian Gordon, charging out to center field, was able to back up the play quickly. So 2-2 on Conti as Green deals. Low and inside. He's tipped rope to get out of the way. Gregorio faked like the ball had gotten away and tried to get Gonzalez to head towards third. Gonzalez took a step or 2 towards there, but then someone must have yelled at him to go back. So now the count is full at 3-2. And with runners at first and second and 2 out, the runners will be off with the pitch. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. 3-1 Oklahoma here in the bottom, or 3-2 Oklahoma rather, here in the bottom of the second. Green ready to check of the runners. The pitch. The runners go. Swing the miss. And a curveball down at the end. He struck him out, and that retires the side. No runs, no hits. A couple more walks. 2 runners left on the base pass. At the end of 2, it's the Stingers trailing the RedHawks. It's Oklahoma 3 and Salt Lake 2 on ESPN 1230.
Oh, the world of credit. Why is it that a cathedral, a wave of a storm, a dancer's leap, and your credit score is never as high as we hope?
So is 120 really bad?
Welcome to the Mark Marine Minute, your no-nonsense answers to your car buying and credit questions.
Hi, Mark Marine here with Marine Credit Systems. Here's what my car dealership does. The no-nonsense, no-decision doing business theory. I believe customers should never have to make a decision. I believe it is my responsibility as the dealer to provide all the information and all of the explanations free of charge so you, the customer, can do what's obvious for you and your priorities. I want you to hear about it, I want you to understand it, and I think I'm obvious.
Wow.
Call Marine Credit Systems now at 467-9980. Marine Credit Systems, 467-9980. 467-9980.
Toyota owners, roll into summer with great tire service offers at your participating Toyota dealer. And keep rolling all year long with free gas from Toyota. That's right, Toyota is giving away free gas for a year to 12 lucky winners. Just come into your participating Toyota dealer, where you get the very best competitively priced service performed by Toyota trained technicians using genuine Toyota parts. Come in today and enter the sweepstakes.
No purchase necessary. May 31st, 2004. Void were prohibited. Open to legal U.S. residents 18-year-old or valid driver's license only. Voiding a wash. Official rules at Toyota.com/rules.
Tom Gregorio, the lead things off for the Stingers as we go to the third. First pitch swinging. Tom pops it up down the right field line. The right fielder Conti coming in over is there. And he'll put it away. One pitch, one out. So Gregorio retired to the top of the order now, and Javi Rodriguez, who singled to center and scored in the first inning. It's also time for our check of what's happening under the lights tonight at the PCL and Major League Baseball, brought to you by GT Lighting and the new Reveal light bulb. You can check out the Reveal bulb at your locally owned Ace Hardware store. First pitch to Javi Rodriguez outside. Ball one. Want to know the count? One of the game underway in the PCL. After one in New Orleans, it's the Zephyrs 1 and Edmonton 1. 1-0 pitch, swing and a foul back into the screen, 1-1. Later on, Omaha visits Tacoma. Colorado Springs hosts Tucson. Las Vegas is at Albuquerque. Iowa visits Portland. Nashville is Sacramento, and Memphis visits Fresno. 1-1 pitch to change up high. 2 balls and a strike to count. Snare entered this season out on the mound for Oklahoma with a 30-18 minor league record. Here's a bunt by Rodriguez, and it rolls foul at the third base side, 1-2, but he's 1-3 this year. He was 4-5 last year in his AAA debut with Oklahoma, winning 4 and losing 5 in his 9 starts. In the American League, Boston and Toronto tied at 4. Red Sox batting in the bottom of the 6th. Phelps and Wells have homered for Toronto in that one. The 2-2. Swing and a fastball in on the fist of Rodriguez, and he fouls it back. Bottom of the 5th in St. Petersburg. Tampa Bay and Cleveland are tied at 3. Out the ballpark of Arlington, the former Ranger Alex Rodriguez hits his 10th home run as the Yankees lead the Rangers 2-0. Here's a swing and a line shot up the alley in left center field. That's going to roll all the way to the 4:15 mark. Rodriguez takes the turn at first, on his way to second, rounding second, heading for third. Here comes the relay from Perez. There is none. It's a stand-up triple for Javi Rodriguez. The Stingers have the tying run at third with 1 out. For Rodriguez, that's his first 3-bagger in a Salt Lake uniform as he shot that one up the left center field gap. And it went all the way to the barrier. So Rodriguez, the tying run at third, with 1 out for Victor Sierras, who laid down a successful sacrifice bunt his first time at bat. They're ready to pitch. They're going to tap the toward short. It'll score the run. Perez up with it toward the first low, but it's dug out by Gonzalez for the out. But Rodriguez comes home, and the game is tied at 3-3. So Victor Sierras drives in a run, his first as a Salt Lake Stinger, and his first ever at the AAA level. So 2 out. A 3-3 game, and the batter is Jim Thrower, flight out to right field, his first time up. Game all even now here in Oklahoma City. After an inning and a half at Minnesota, the White Sox lead the Twins 4-0. As Thrower takes low ball 1. Jacob Switchheader batting from the right side against the left-hander Snare. Later on, Kansas City at Oakland, Detroit at Seattle, and the Angels host Baltimore. Fastball misses high, 2-0. In the National League, bottom of the 6th at Philadelphia, the Phillies trailing RedHawks San Diego 4-1. Brian Giles with his 8th home run. Pitch swung on, that's belted into the right center field, a base hit. Ivar racing over to cut it off. He does. Thrower takes the third. He's going to try for 2 anyway. Here's the throw. Here's the sliding fake. Big Thrower with a hustle double, his 12th 2-bagger of the year. Now the Stingers have the go-ahead run in scoring position with 2 outs. So Thrower with his 12th 2-bagger of the year. That'll bring up Alex Pelaez, who lined out the second baseman Pickler his first time up. Padres and Dodgers enter the day tied for first place in the National League West. A virtual tie. The Dodgers, I believe, are a couple of percentage points up. Bottom of the sixth, Montreal. The Expos lead the slumping Giants 3-0. Although the Giants fared well in their series in Chicago. After 5 in Cincinnati, the Reds and the Astros are tied at 2. Pelaez swings it to two-hopper towards third. Dropped by Newhan, and he'll stick a fork in it. It's done. Everybody is safe. He got caught on the in-between second bounce and could not handle it cleanly. That'll be an error charged to Newhan. That's the second error committed to the ball game already by the RedHawks. And now the Stingers have runners at first and third. With 2 out for Bill Nieves, who popped up for the first baseman Gonzalez his first time up. The Stingers have made 29 errors this year. That is already the 43rd committed by Oklahoma. Now Will Nieves with a chance to put the Stingers in front with runners at the corners, 2 out. The pitch from Stair. Breaking ball high, ball 1. Top of the fifth in New York, the Mets lead Colorado 7-4. Mike Piazza with his 9th home run of the season for the Mets. Bottom of the fourth at Florida. The Diamondbacks and the Marlins are tied at 4. Now the 1-0. Playing a ground ball foul to the coach's box at third. That evens the count at 1-1. Matt Tata and Shane Hillenbrand have homered for the Diamondbacks in that one. Braves and Dodgers scoreless through 4.5 in Atlanta. This afternoon, St. Louis at Chicago 7-6. Now the 1-1 to Nieves. Swinging a ground foul off the railing in front of the Oklahoma dugout at third. 1-2 the count. Chris Carpenter, the winner, 5-1. Sergio Mitre, the loser, 2-3. Jason Isringhausen with a 1-2-3 ninth inning for his 8th save. Albert Pujols, Jim Edmonds, homer for the Cardinals. Mike Barrett hit 2 home runs for Chicago. Todd Walker and Moises Alou also go deep. Pirates and Brewers rain down in Pittsburgh tonight. Move towards first, and Pelaez is back. One ball, 2 strikes on the Nieves. 3-3 ball game here at the Bricktown Ballpark at Oklahoma City. Runners at first and third. 2 out. The pitch bounces in front of home plate. Blocked nicely by Ardois to hold the runners. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two and 2 the count. They're looking in, getting the sign from Ardois. The left-hander ready. Here's the 2-2. Another one into the dirt. Another good block by Ardois. This time sliding across to his left to get his body in front of it. So now the count is full of 3-2, and a wide one with load the bases for Derek Gibson. 3 balls, 2 strikes. We're at the top of the third. There from the stretch. The 3-2 payoff pitch with the runner at first going. Swung on and sliced on the right field line. Heading towards the corner. Consai a long run. Gets there. And he'll make the catch to retire the side. But the Stingers tie it up 1 run. 2 hits. 1 error. 2 runners left on base. We go to the bottom of the third. It's the Stingers 3 and Oklahoma 3 on ESPN 1230.
Doc, I need help.
Lie down and just relax. Okay, now, why don't we talk about associations? When I say furniture, you say...
Redwood Road. Sofas and more sofas. You have larger collection of sofas. I see sofas for $2.99 and leather sofas for only $5.99.
You might see. So when I say Redwood Road, you say...
Furniture Warehouse. Mattresses stacked to the rafters. 20-year warranty. Pillow top set starting at $2.99.
You associate all this when I say Redwood Road?
We have recliners from Lane, clocks from Howard Miller, Bassett mirrors, Sauter, Douglas,
and all of this is on Redwood Road.
Furniture Warehouse. Sectionals, bookcases, computer desks, office desks, bunk beds, futons. Nobody beats their price.
Okay, let's try again. Redwood Road.
Furniture Warehouse. Designer furniture as furnished in the award-winning homes in the parade of homes. Doc? Hey, Doc, where'd you go? Hello?
He went to Furniture Warehouse on Redwood Road. No.
Whether you're trading your car in or you want to keep it forever, then get those nasty dents and dings removed by Dent Pro. Dent Pro, the mobile paintless dent repair, will come to you. Dent Pro fixes shopping cart dents, creases, hail damage, and everyday door dings without disturbing the factory paint.
If your bumper's dented, torn, or scuffed, Dent Pro now offers bumper repair and bumper touch-up at half the cost of a body shop. At Dent Pro, we'll make them new again.
Mobile, convenient, 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Call today toll-free, 1-877-DENT-PRO.
All right, we go to the bottom of the third. A brand new ball game again, tied at 3-3. Steve Klowski with you here in downtown Oklahoma City. It'll be Gary Matthews Jr., Pete Chocolillo, and Santiago Perez due up to face right-hander Steve Green. Matthews walked and scored in the first. Pitch on the way, off speed and over for a strike, and it's 0-1. No balls, one strike. Now Green's pitch. Fastball in at the knees. A strike, and it's 0-2. No balls, two strikes. Matthews first broke into AAA and the Major League for Las Vegas and San Diego in 1999. Has hit .316, 18 for 57 against Salt Lake that year as a member of the Stars, as they were still known as then. Now Green ready, the 0-2. Breaking ball into the dirt, 1-2 the count. Well, so far, both catchers have earned their keep blocking balls in the dirt, although obviously with the bases empty, not as important there. Outfield shaded towards left for the 1-2. Fastball jumped inside above the knees, 2-2 the count. Matthews, a veteran at 510 Major League games played with San Diego, the Cubs, Pittsburgh, the Mets, and Baltimore. Now the 2-2 offering from Green. Third ball, little drill, number up the third base line. It's making a left turn, halfway down, and goes foul. Boy, when it first came off his bat, Matthews didn't break. Then he realized that ball has a chance to stay fair, but about halfway down the line from home plate, it made a left turn and crossed the stripe into foul territory, and so the count remains 2-2. Well, the former Big Buzz slugger, David Ortiz, has decided to stay with the Boston Red Sox. With the urging of Pedro Martinez, Ortiz signed a 2-year, $12.5 million contract extension today. Said he didn't want to leave the Boston clubhouse, and the fans who obeyed him somewhat of a call to hero. The deal also includes the club option for 2007. Now the 2-2. Third ball, chopped to the right side and past the first baseman Nieves into right field, a base hit. A slow bouncing ball, but Rodriguez, the second baseman, was shaded up the middle, and Nieves going to his right, couldn't flag it down. Hit number 2 in the ball game for the RedHawks. So a runner at first base, nobody out. The batter will be Pete Chocolillo. Struck out swinging his first time up. Ortiz, making just under $4.6 million this year, was fifth in the American League MVP voting last year. Pitch on the way. Chocolillo takes a fastball outside. Ball 1. The extension will pay Ortiz $5.25 million next season and $6.5 million in 2006. 1 ball to count. The pitch. Fastball inside. Spins Chocolillo away. 2-0. The option for 2007 is a team option for $7.75 million or a $7.75 million buyout. Ortiz, a great guy around the clubhouse. There's a throw to first base. The runner's back. Always had a smile on his face when he was with the Buzz. 2-0 the count on Chocolillo. Matthews at first. Nobody out of the 3-3 game. Again, Green throw to first, and the runner dives back in safely. I remember one particular day at Franklin Covey Field, we were taking batting practice. David, all of a sudden, in the middle of batting practice, stopped, which was very unusual. I'll tell you what he did after the 2-0. Fastball strike in the inside corner of the knee, snap for the first, and Matthews just got the right hand in ahead of the tag. 2-1 the count. Ortiz wasn't wearing a helmet, just wearing a cap during batting practice. He stopped in the middle of practice, came around to the cage, put the hat on my head and said the glare was killing him. Again, the throw to first, close, but for Matthews is back. Matthews ending up with a rather dirty uniform at this point. But Ortiz, a great guy to have around the clubhouse. And so very happy with the success that he has had. And he's apparently found himself a home in Boston. They love him there in Beantown. 2-1 the count on Zaccolillo. Matthews stretching out that lead at first. The pitch, swinging a ground ball towards second. Scooped up by Rodriguez. Flips to Gutierrez. That's one over to first. That's two. Nicely done. A sharply hit ball. Rodriguez handled it cleanly to start the 4-6-3 double play. And with that double play, another $5 goes to the United Way, courtesy of Taco Maker. So just like that, 2 out and nobody on. The batter will be Santiago Perez, who sliced a double into the left field corner to drive home 3 runs in the first inning. Runs up in the batter's box and takes a curveball strike from the outside corner at the knees, 0-1. I'm not sure he was bunting. His hand split up like he was going to run up to the batter's box and slap at it. Fast pitch softball style. There's a curveball low and outside, 1-1. You're seeing more and more guys do that. One ball, one strike, the pitch. A little bit low, 2-1 the count on Perez, who has some major league experience, 67 games with Milwaukee and San Diego. The 2-1. Strike, a breaking ball in the inside corner at the knees, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 3-3 ball game here in the third. The pitch, fastball just inside above the knees, and that fills the count at 3-2. I'm not sure what it is, but I'm sure the pitch count has got to be pretty high now. On Steve Green, we're only in the third inning. Now the 3-2 payoff pitch. Strike 3 call. Breaking ball in the inside corner above the knees. Strikeout number 4 for Steve. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and with the double play, nobody left on base. After 3 complete, it's the Stingers 3 and Oklahoma 3 on ESPN 1230.
National Auto Plaza Southtown is now National Isuzu at 108th South State. The brand new National Isuzu has to make room for the biggest Isuzu SUV selection ever to come to Utah. Reliable Isuzu Rodeos, the brand new Isuzu Ascenders, and fun-to-drive Axiom Sport utilities are arriving daily. So to accommodate these new vehicles, National Isuzu has to move hundreds of Utah's most premium used cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs at unbelievably low prices. Take thousands off Hondas, Nissans, and Toyotas. Thousands off. Or get even bigger savings on all luxury models from Lexus, BMW, Audi, and Mercedes. All our used inventories priced to go quickly. Now is your chance to upgrade your vehicle without upgrading your payment. Only at the new National Isuzu, formerly National Auto Plaza Southtown, 108 South State. Call 545-9292 for details. 545-9292. 108 South State is Utah's new home of the largest selection of Isuzus. National Isuzu.
Spring is here, and that means shorter nights. But just because there's more daylight doesn't mean you don't still need better everyday lighting. Your local Ace Hardware stores and GE Lighting can help. GE Lighting has replaced the ordinary incandescent bulb with the new Reveal bulb. Reveal bulbs make colors so crisp and clean that you truly see the difference. Guaranteed. Reveal bulbs from GE Lighting at your local Ace Hardware. Ace, the helpful place.
We move along to the 4th inning here in Oklahoma City. RedHawks, 3 runs in the first inning. The Stingers have put up the proverbial picket fence. 1 in the first, 1 in the second, and 1 in the third. So far against left-hander Ryan Snare, the first inning run was unearned. It'll be Derek Gibson, Casey Smith, and Brian Gordon to face Snare. Gibson, his first time up, hit about a 450 to 460-foot home run. It landed on the catwalk beyond the bullpen in left center field. First pitch to Gibson here is a fastball high, ball 1, and for Derek, that was his 6th hit, 7 at bats in the first 2 games of this series. Now the 1-0. Swung on, chopper towards short. Perez takes it on the shoulder high bounce. Threw across on target and in time for out number 1. So Gibson retired, 1 out. That'll bring up Casey Smith, who bounced out to the third baseman Newhan his first time up. Time now for a look at this dated baseball history, brought to you by Stedman's Recreation in Tooele. Just 20 minutes from the ballpark. Visit Stedman's, where you deal with the owner, not a salesman. On this date in 2000, a Major League record was set as 6 grand slams were hit on that day. The record breaker, Anaheim's Garrett Anderson with a grand slam off Chris Fussell. There's a swing at a fastball to foul back, strike one in case you missed it. Anderson's malady has been diagnosed as a form of arthritis. No timetable for his return. The 0-1. Swung on, loops into right center field. Conti coming on, dives and can't come up with it. He knocks it away from him, forward towards the infield, but Smith is going to get up and go to second base safely. Great effort by Conti on the diving attempt, but he could not make the catch, and when he made the dive, he did knock it down, but it rolled about 25 feet away towards center field and towards second base. And by the time he could recover, Casey Smith, who had the play out in front of him, was able to take second base and come up with his second double of the year. Hit number 5. The Stingers now have the lead run at second with 1 out. And the batter will be Brian Gordon, who pops up to third his first time up. He bunts and fouls it back off the glove. The catcher Ardois for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. See what else happened on this date. Roger Clemens won his 200th game in 1997 as Toronto beat the Yankees 4-1. At the time, he became the 94th pitcher in baseball history to reach the 200-win plateau. Of course, he's now at 300 plus. No balls, 1 strike to count on Gordon. His snare delivers. Swung on, line, a leaping catch at first by Gonzalez. Looks towards second, but no chance to double up Smith. Gonzalez leaping up at first to take a hit and an RBI away from Brian Gordon. So fine play by the Oklahoma first baseman. That'll bring up Tom Gregorio. Flied out to the right fielder Conti his first time up. Now the left-hander snare ready. The pitch. Bounces in and away from the catcher Ardois, and so Smith will get up at second base and advance to third on the wild pitch. That for Snare is his first of the year. Now Ardois has been busy blocking balls in the dirt, but he couldn't do anything about that one. Want to know the count? On this date in 1993, the mascot of the Toronto Blue Jays, B.J. Birdie, is ejected from Toronto's game against Minnesota by umpire Jim McKeon after making gestures which the ump found offensive. Wonder if he really did whip him the bird. 1-0 pitch, swing at a tap foul behind home plate. 1-1 the count. On this date in 1992, 4 members of the Angels, including manager Buck Rogers, were hospitalized after the bus carrying the team swerved into a row of trees off the New Jersey Turnpike. 1-1 pitch on the way. Fastball strike letter high in the outer part of the plate. The count on Gregorio is 1-2. The manager, Buck Rogers, is the most seriously injured, incurring a broken right rib, left knee, and right elbow. John Watson takes over as the interim manager. 1-2 pitch. Gregorio grounds one to the right side, gobbled up by Pickler. The sidearm toss to first, and that'll do it for the Stingers. In the 4th, held scoreless for the first time. No runs, 1 hit. A runner left stranded in third, so that's the 3.5 that remains. Stingers 3 and Oklahoma 3 on ESPN 1230.
Well, home for the money, 2 for the show, a 3 to get ready. Now go, catch go, Jake's over the top, baby. Yeah.
Let me tell you about Jake's Over the Top. The name comes from the insane way their monster shakes rises inches above the top of the cup. A mountain of ice cream blended with fresh fruit, nuts, candy, and cookies. Like the strawberry banana shake, the turtle shake, or the Oreo.
When it's your lonesome tonight.
Join me for a burger big enough for the 2 of us. It's called a Big Jake Burger. This hunk of burning love is 2 quarter-pound cheeseburgers. That's a half pound of charred broiled ground steak, topped with 2 slices of cheddar cheese, freshly cooked bacon, ketchup, mayo, mustard, pickles, lettuce, and tomatoes on a sesame seed bun.
Jake's Over the Top now has slow roasted pork,
Try our new slow roasted pork sandwich, loaded with slow roasted pork, pepper jack cheese, barbecue sauce, lettuce, tomatoes, and fried onion strings. Served on a hot deli roll for only $3.49. At Jake's, we don't stop at the top of Vermont.
Whether you're trading your car in or you want to keep it forever, then get those nasty dents and dings removed by Dent Pro. Dent Pro, the mobile paintless dent repair, will come to you. Dent Pro fixes shopping cart dents, creases, hail damage, and everyday door dings without disturbing the factory paint.
Bumpers dented, torn, or scuffed. Dent Pro now offers bumper repair and bumper touch-up at half the cost of a body shop. At Dent Pro, we'll make them new again.
Mobile, convenient, 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Call today toll-free, 1-877-DENT-PRO.
We head to the bottom of the fourth inning here in Oklahoma City, a 3-3 ball game. And for the RedHawks in the fourth, it'll be the bottom third of the order to up. Danny Artois, Adrian Gonzalez, and Ramon Navarre. The face right-hander, Steve Green, who through 3 innings has allowed 2 hits, 3 runs. He has struck out 4 and walked 5. He's equaled his season high for strikeouts, and he's set a new high for bases on balls. Here's Danny Artois, who bounced out to the third baseman Pelaez his first time up. We'll finish off this date in baseball history, brought to you by Fitness Recreation in Chihuahua this half inning as well. Steve Green ready. First pitch on the way to Artois. A fastball down the middle. Strike 0-1. On this date in 1981, first round of the NCAA college baseball tournament. The 0-1 pitch on the way. Fastball strike to the outside corner to the knees. 0-2. Billed now as maybe the greatest college pitching duel ever. As Yale's Ron Darling faces St. John's Frank Viola. There's 0-0 through 11 innings. The 0-2 pitch. Fastball outside the belt. 1-2. Darling allows no hits while striking out 16 in 12th. A single. 2 stolen bases and an error. The only run scored, St. John's wins at 1-0. There's a slow one outside the ball, 2-2. Those 2 guys did pretty well for themselves later on in their careers. Professional rank. 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball just missed inside. Green started it inside. Thought he had it back over the corner, but didn't get it. And so now the count is full at 3-2. Now the pitch. Changed up. This is high, ball 4, and that's the 6th walk issued by Green. So I think he's blowing off some steam, walking about halfway back out towards second base. Thought that 2-2 pitch was right there. That'll bring up Adrian Gonzalez, who walked his first time up. Gonzalez at the plate. On this date in 1943, the White Sox beat the Senators 1-0. In the quickest night game in American League history, 1 hour, 29 minutes. That's fast. There's the pitch on the way. It's the fastball outside, ball 1. Earlier today, we had Mike Crumley Sr. on as the guest on the pregame show. Mike's dad, who was, of course, a former Major League catcher with the Dodgers and the Senators. Now the 1-0 pitch. Down low, ball 2. He's having his high school reunion here at the ballpark. He went to a high school that's no longer in existence. It used to be about 3 blocks from where this ballpark sits in downtown. 2 balls, no strikes, the pitch. Breaking ball low, ball 3. 3-0, the count on Gonzalez. He homered last night after going 0 for 13 against Salt Lake pitching a year ago. 3-0 pitch on the way. Fastball high, and it's another walk issued by Steve Green. That's his 7th walk of the ball game. Runners at first and second, nobody out for Ramon Navarre. He's 1 away from the franchise record as pitching coach Rich Bombard goes out to talk to him. Eddie Guardado, now a closer for the Seattle Mariners. On July 26, 1994, walked 8 batters at Colorado Springs. Mark Redmond, now in the starting rotation for the Oakland Athletics, walked 8 batters on July 17, 1997 at Edmonton. So here's Ramon Navarre, who popped up to second baseman Rodriguez. Fingers infield expecting a bunt. Green ready. The pitch. Fastball strike, and it's 0-1. We were mentioning Mike Brumley Sr.'s high school reunion taking place here tonight, at least part of his reunion here tonight. One very special lady a part of this reunion here tonight. One strike pitch on the way. The bunt attempt fouled. The right of home plate, 0-2. This woman was in the Murrah Federal Building when it was blown up on April the 19th of 1995. And that night, some rescue dogs were searching, and they found under a pile of bricks and cement and glass this woman's finger sticking out. Breaking ball low and outside, 1-2. Out from underneath the big slab of concrete. But she was moving her finger and was rescued, and she's here at the ballpark tonight. Your emotions will be shaken if you ever get the opportunity to go over, if you're here in Oklahoma City, to visit the memorial. 1-2 pitch on the way. Low for a ball, 2-2. You hear stories like that. Last time we were here, during the regular season of 2002, we were here on the 7th anniversary of which the bombing took place. 2 pitch on the way. Fastball, strike 3 called on the outside corner at the knee. Now Navarre's not happy. Strikeout number 5 for Green, and there's one out here in the 4th. That'll bring up Jeff Fickler, who's grounded out his walk so far in the ball game. That particular day, they've been raising money at the museum after the September 11th attacks in New York and Washington, D.C., and they had raised enough money for the people here to purchase a fire engine for the New York Fire Department. First pitch to Fickler is high, ball 1-0. It turns out, I believe it was 7 New York firefighters who came to Oklahoma City to assist in the rescue after the bombing here were killed at the September 11th incident at the World Trade Center. So, that is the kinship between Oklahoma City and New York City. Time called as Fickler steps out. 1 ball, no strikes. Ardois, the runner at second. Gonzalez at first. 1 out, bottom of the 4th in a 3-3 game. Now Green ready. The 1-0. Swung on, chopped left side. The shortstop Gutierrez backhand throws to third for the 4th, and it's into the dirt, and Pelaez can't come up with it. Everybody is safe. A heads-up play by Gutierrez from the standpoint that the only play he had was at third base. But the throw and the runner arrived simultaneously, and the throw was into the runner, so there was no opportunity for Pelaez to come up with it. That'll be a fielder's choice. And now the bases are loaded with 1 out for David Newhand, who has walked and struck out in 2 plate appearances. There will be a throwing error charged to Gutierrez with that fielder's choice. So now the bases are loaded with 1 out. The RedHawks poised to break the tie. Infield a double play depth for Newhand. The pitch, low, ball 1. No place to put it. 1 ball, no strikes. Newhand on the season. 0 for 2 with the bases loaded. Now the 1 ball pitch. Swung on, double play, ball to second. Up with it, Rodriguez. Flips to Gutierrez for 1, over to first. No! Newhand hustling up the line. Beats the relay throw, and the go-ahead run scores from third. Rodriguez got it over to Gutierrez quickly, but the relay was late. And so Newhand picks up the run batted in, his 21st of the year. Ardois comes in to score. It's an unearned run. And so now RedHawks are back out in front by a score of 4-3. Let's see this run coming in without the benefit of a base hit so far. So now first and third, 2 out for Jason Conti, who has walked and struck out in 2 plate appearances. Looks like Dusty Berkman up in the Stingers bullpen. Pitch on the way, and it's a fastball outside, ball 1 to Conti. Want to know the count? RedHawks back out in front, 4-3. Runner at third base, Gonzalez. New hand at first, the pitch. Swinging and a fastball, 1-1. Well, that one shows up as 94 miles per hour on the scoreboard radar. One ball, one strike the count on contact. Looked to third, looked to first. Nobody bid on it. As usual, the fans yell out balk when it's not a balk. One ball, one strike to count. Green ready. The pitch to Conti. Swing and a miss at a good breaking ball. The count's 1-2. One ball, two strikes. Conti, a PCL All-Star outfielder in 2001 with Tucson when he hit .331 with 9 homers and 52 runs batted in. Conti has hit safely in 6 straight games. Now Green ready, the 1-2 pitch. Curveball into the dirt. Conti lays off of it. The count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Conti, a left-handed batter in his 9th professional season. Green wiping his brow before Conti steps into the batter's box. Gonzalez the lead at third. Doohan at first. Time called again at home plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now Conti awaits the pitch. Swinging a ground ball, just foul outside the bag at first. Still 2-2. Again tomorrow, a 6:05 start Mountain Time. 5:45 with the on-deck circle. It'll be right-hander Mike Brunet going for the Stingers against left-hander Torrey Vance for Oklahoma, former Colorado Springs Sky Sox. 2-2, the count on Conti. With new hands on the move, he's not. The pitch, curveball, lines it right at the second baseman Rodriguez, who goes down to both knees to smother it, and that retires the side. So 1 run, no hit. The run is unearned on 1 error, and 2 runners were left on the base path. So after 4 complete innings of play, it's now Oklahoma 4, Stingers 3 on ESPN 1230.
Hey, do you want to cruise around in style for just $189 a month? Then get to any of the 5 Wasatch Front Hyundai dealers, where you can get a new Hyundai Elantra for just $189 a month with 0 down. That's right, get a fully loaded Hyundai Elantra for just $189 a month with 0 down, and you own the car. J.D. Powers just announced Hyundai beats Toyota and ties Honda in initial quality. Now you can have more car for thousands less. Hyundai really is the smart choice. Test drive the rugged reliability of the award-winning Hyundai Santa Fe SUV. The Santa Fe combines distinctive styling, generous interior room, and car-like ride, all for just $272 a month with 0 down. Plus, every new Hyundai comes with the Hyundai Advantage, America's best warranty. Listen to J.D. Powers and make the smart choice today at any of the 5 Wasatch Front Hyundai dealers, including Riverton Hyundai at the Southtown Auto Mall. Payment based on 4.75 APR, 72 months purchase plus rebate plus tax, title, license, and fees. See Wasatch Front Hyundai dealers for details.
Whether you're trading your car in or you want to keep it forever, then get those nasty dents and dings removed by Dent Pro. Dent Pro, the mobile paintless dent repair, will come to you. Dent Pro fixes shopping cart dents, creases, hail damage, and everyday door dings without disturbing factory paint.
If your bumper's dented, torn, or scuffed, Dent Pro now offers bumper repair and bumper touch-up at half the cost of a body shop. At Dent Pro, we'll make them new again.
Mobile convenience, 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Call today toll-free, 1-877-DENT-PRO.
Going to go to the fifth. First pitch swinging. Javi Rodriguez comes up empty. Strike 1. 4-3 now. Oklahoma back out in front by a run. Rodriguez, Gutierrez, and thrower due up. The pitch on the way. Low and inside. Rodriguez skips rope to get out of the way. That evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Time now for our 5th inning. Middle of the game reset of the Oklahoma defensive alignment, courtesy of the Phone Directory Company. 1-1 pitch, low and outside, 2-1. By the way, Rodriguez at the plate, 2 for 2 with 2 runs scored. He singled and scored in the first, tripled and scored in the third. RedHawks with Gary Matthews Jr., Ramon Nivar, and Jason Conti in left, center, and right. 2-1 pitch is low and outside, 3-1 the count. David Newhand at third, Santiago Perez at short, Jeff Kessler at second, and Adrian Gonzalez at first. The battery of Ryan Snare pitching. Danny Ardois catching. 3-1 pitch is packed up foul, first base side out of play, and that fills the count at 3-2. Javi Rodriguez is playing at Class A Rancho Cucamonga to open up the year, and then Double-A Arkansas. 3-2 payoff pitch, low and outside, and Rodriguez draws the leadoff walk here in the fifth. First free pass issued by Snare. So with a runner at first base, nobody out, the batter will be Victor Gutierrez. Successful sacrifice butter in the first. Drove in a run with a ground out in the third. A runner at first base, nobody out for Gutierrez. The third baseman Newhand coming in towards the edge of the grass. Pitch on the base, swung on and tapped down. Third base side, strike one. Dent Pro and Dent Pro Colors of Salt Lake. Mobile Paintless Dent Repair Company comes to your Homer office to work on your car. Call them today at 1-877-DENT-PRO. Dent Pro and Dent Pro Colors. They make them like new again. Dent Pro will donate $5 to the Boys and Girls Clubs of Utah for every stolen base this season. Stingers have swiped 23 bases so far, making the total donation $115. Move to first base, and Rodriguez is back in, standing up. 4 runs, 2 hits, 2 errors for Oklahoma. 3 runs, 5 hits, and 1 error for the Stingers. Middle infielder, double play depth. Now the third baseman Newhand dropping back a bit as he moves to first again, sends Rodriguez back. Dusty Bergman standing around in the Stingers bullpen, but haven't seen if he's going to start to loosen up to come in the bottom of the fifth. And they've got the runner picked off to throw to second base, and the slide into the tag for the out is Rodriguez pulled on the move that time. It'll be a caught stealing, 1-3-6. With that, there's 1 out and nobody on base for Gutierrez. So Rodriguez over anxious on the caught stealing. Now 1 strike count on Gutierrez, who Snare delivers. Off speed and over for a strike, and it's 0-2. All balls, 2 strike. Gutierrez was hitting .333 in 9 games for Atlantic City before his contract was purchased by the Angels. And Snare's breaking balls in the dirt. 1-2 last year. Gutierrez was at Montreal's Double-A affiliate in Harrisburg, over in the Eastern League, where he hit .240. 1-2 pitch on the way. Fastball, strike 3 call to the inside corner at the belt. First strikeout for Snare. And with that, 2 outs here in the fifth. Brings up Jake Thrower, who's 1 for 2 with a double. Jason Conti couldn't come up with his ball to right center field. So 2 outs and bases empty for the Stingers here in the fifth. They trail 4-3. Trying to snap a 3-game losing streak. They've also lost 9 of 11 and 20 of 26. Breaking ball inside of the knees. 1-0 the count. And they've fallen 7.5 games now behind front-running Tacoma. 1 ball to count on Thrower. The pitch. Low and inside. A breaking ball. 2-0 to count on Jake. But Alex Pelaez due next. 2-0 the count. The right-hand batter is Snare deals. Herb low and outside. 3-0 the count on Thrower with Alex Pelaez due next. Three balls, no strikes. Now Snare's pitch. Low, ball 4. So Thrower walks on 4 straight pitches. And the Stingers have a runner at first with 2 outs. So now here's Alex Pelaez, who's 0 for 2, reaching on an error by the third baseman Newhand. His last time at bat. Runner at first, 2 outs. Snares pitch. Strike. A changeup on the outside corner under the belt. 0-1. Rangers AA team playing the Angels AA team, just like we have here at AAA. Last night it was Frisco of the Rangers group beating Arkansas 12-1. 0-1 pitch on the way into the dirt, blocked by Ardoin. The runner holds at first, and the count's even at 1-1. Former Buzz catcher Jeff Smith went 5 for 5 with 3-run score to lead the Rough Riders to the win. One ball, 1 strike. Snares pitch. Swung on line into right field, a base hit. Thrower will take the turn at second and hold as the right fielder Kansai comes up with it quickly. For the Stingers, that is their 6th hit of the ball game. They now have runners at first and second base with 2 out. As the pickoff looms large. So runners at first and second, 2 out for Will Nieves. He's popped to first and flies to right field. The thrower, the tying run at second. Pelaez the lead run over at first. They're ready. RedHawks bullpen is quiet. The pitch. High inside with a fastball, 1-0. Oklahoma used 6 different pitchers last night. One ball, no strikes. Stingers trailing by a run here in the 5th at 4-3 as Snares steps off. Time called again. Apparently Ardoin and Snares aren't on the same page, so Snares calls Ardoin out to the mound for a conversation. So the meeting has adjourned, and Ardoin is back behind home plate. Will Nieves, brother Melvin, played 3 years for San Diego. 93 through 95, spent some time in the PCL with Las Vegas as well. Now the 1-0 pitch. Strike to the outside corner above the knees, a changeup, and that evens the count at 1-1. That one clocked at a 78 miles per hour. I've seen cars on I-80 going out to Wendover faster than that. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. Inside, and Nieves had to jump back out of the way. He just did in time. Otherwise, that one would have wound up in his rib cage. So 2-1, the count on Nieves. Again, thrower at second. Pelaez at first. The second baseman Pickler over near the bag to try to keep thrower close. Now he runs over to the bag. Now runs back. Snares pitch. Swung on and fouled. First base side out of play. 2-2, the count on Nieves. Bullpens here. The RedHawks straightaway left. The Stingers in straightaway right. Not a whole lot of foul territory here. The 2-2. Swing and a ground ball foul at the third base side. So the count holds at 2-2. 1:05 start Mountain Time on Sunday. Jason Middlebrook faces John Waston, who authored a perfect game last year with Nashville, only the second perfect game in Pacific Coast League history. And it's on to New Orleans. The knuckleballer from Kearns, Jared Fernandez, scheduled to go Tuesday night. 2-2 the count on Nieves as the pitch comes home. Swinging a ground ball towards the hole. The shortstop Perez to his right has it, throws to second. Almost pulls Pickler off the bag, but he reaches back with his right foot to get the force out on Pelaez. And that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit. 2 runners left on base, and at the halfway point of the scheduled 9-rounder, it's Oklahoma 4 and the Stingers 3 on ESPN 1230.
When
it comes to big winners, nothing compares to Fort Hall Casino. Marlene Porter from Suffolk won $45,000.
I got it.
Marlene! She's got the $45,000. Don Green from Pocatello won $100,000. I won $100,000. Have you seen Fort Hall Casino's new gaming floor? It's bigger and better than ever with 200 brand new machines including Double Diamond, Game Key, Money Storm, and Castaway. Will you be our next big winner? Find out May 23rd through June 5th when Fort Hall Casino gives away $114,000. Players will be picked daily to win big cash prizes. Sign up today for your chance to win the 14th anniversary giveaway. Now more than ever, it really pays to play at Fort Hall Casino.
Yeah, this is great. Thank you so much.
Big fun, big winners. Exit 80 off 515 just north of Pocatello, Idaho. You must be 18 to play and win at Fort Hall Casino.
If you need car insurance, your local Geico Direct Insurance professional is here for you. There are definite advantages to having a local insurance representative. You can't beat the service, and it's nice to know a real live person is around to answer your questions. That's why Geico Direct has a local office in Layton, staffed with professionals who know the insurance business just as well as they know the neighborhood. Call your Geico professional today. No matter what you need, you can be sure it will be well done. Call 298-9336. That's 298-9336, right here in Layton.
Now, back to more Stingers baseball on ESPN 1230 AM.
We go to the bottom of the fifth inning, and the new pitcher comes on for the Stingers. It's left-hander Dusty Burton. Steve Green's pitch count. I don't know how many pitches he threw, but he threw a ton. He's going to when you walk 7 batters in 4 innings. So Dusty comes on. Bergman making his 13th appearance of the season. Bergman, in 23 and 2/3 innings, has given up 28 hits, 9 runs, 7 of them earned. He has walked 3 and struck out 17. Bergman's 1-0. With a 2.66 earned run average, the PCL batting .286 against left-hander Dusty Bergman. The final line on Green, 4 innings, 2 hits, 4 runs, 3 of them earned. He struck out 5 but walked 7. And so Bergman ready to go. The first batter he'll face is Gary Matthews Jr. Turns around to bat right-handed, and he takes high and outside, ball 1. Our 5th inning, middle of the game reset of the Stingers defensive alignment, courtesy of the Phone Directories Company. The 1-0. Fastball high, 2-0 the count. Jake Thrower in left, Brian Gordon in center, Derek Gibson in right. Alex Pelaez at third, Vic Gutierrez at short, Javi Rodriguez at second, and Will Nieves at first. The battery, Dusty Bergman pitching, Tom Gregorio catching. 2-0 pitch, chopped on 1 hop to third. Pelaez up with it, throw across in plenty of time for the out. So Matthews is retired, 1 away, and that'll bring up Pete Soccolillo. He has struck out and grounded into a double play. Dusty Bergman last worked on the 18th against Colorado Springs. That's Tuesday afternoon. Gave up 1 run on 3 hits at an inning and 2/3. First pitch strike. Lefty against lefty, and the count's 0-1. Pete Soccolillo made his Major League and AAA debut last year. Hit just 108 in 20 games for the Brewers. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a foul back into the right at home plate. The count's 0-2. After hitting .280 in 132 games for Indianapolis, with 12 homers and 73 runs batted in. Now Bergman ready, the 0-2. Swung on, lifted in the air towards left center field. On the run, Gordon is there, and he'll make the shoulder-high catch for out number 2. Ball hung up, and Gordon was able to, after getting a good jump on the ball, track it down for the second out of the inning. 2 away for Santiago Perez. A 3-run double in the first, called out on strikes in the third, so he's 1 for 2. 4-3 RedHawks here in the bottom of the 5th, even though the Stingers have out-hit them 6-2. There's a bunt attempt. Quickly off the mound, Bergman has on the first hop, spins and throws to first, almost threw it away, but Nieves crossing the bag, able to hang on for the out. 3 up and 3 down go the RedHawks in the 5th. Through 5, it's Oklahoma 4, and the Stingers 3 on ESPN 1230.
You're listening to Stingers Baseball on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
No inflatable gorillas. No bogus slashers. No plaid suits and checkered pants.
Hey, how you doing?
You won't find any of those on Murray Auto Row during the No Gimmicks Just Deal sale going on now through Monday. Look for the bright yellow sale tags to save hundreds, even thousands, on Utah's largest selection of new and certified pre-owned vehicles, all in one convenient location, Murray Auto Row. Now through Monday, you'll find no gimmicks, just incredible deals on acres and acres of the most sought-after vehicles in the state. Murray Auto Row's 11 dealerships have more than 124 new models to choose from and thousands of quality pre-owned vehicles, all in one convenient location, all priced to sell now. Zero Down delivers any vehicle in stock and make no payments for 90 days. Plus, Utah First Credit Union will be on hand offering special low financing during this No Gimmicks Just Deal sales event. But don't wait. It all ends Monday on Murray Auto Row, Utah's automotive capital.
Opportunity's not just knocking, it's pounding. Right now, you can pick a new Honda, motorcycle, scooter, or ATV in stock with zero down payment and 6.9% fixed APR for up to 5 years to American Honda Finance Corporation. And right now, you can register to win a Honda XR80R in a Big Deals Little Wheels program brought to you by Honda and Stedman's. See store for rules and details. So get down to Stedman's Recreation on Main in Tooele. Finance available to qualified buyers. Payment sample 60 monthly payments of $19.75 for each $1,000 finance. Offer good through May 31st, 2004. Other restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
All right, we go to the sixth inning. Eric Gibson to lead things off. He'll be followed by Casey Smith and Brian Gordon, 6, 7, and 8 hitters, and Mike Crumley's batting order to face left-hander Ryan Stair. First pitch to Gibson. Fastball down the middle of strike, and it's 0-1. Gibson with a long solo homer in the second. He bounced out to short in the fourth. Now the 0-1. Up and in as Gibson spins out of the way, and that evens the count at 1-1. As little time to clear out. Pitcher Ryan Snare after that one. It's also time to find out what's happening under the lights tonight. The PCL and Major League Baseball brought to you by GE Lighting and the new Reveal light bulb. You can check out the Reveal bulb at your locally owned Ace Hardware store. The 1-1. Swing and a miss at a fastball, 1-2. In the PCL in the fifth at New Orleans, Edmonton out in front of the Zephyrs 2-1. In the second at Albuquerque, the Isotopes lead Las Vegas 2-0. 1-2 pitch is high. Evens the count at 2-2. Nothing in yet on Omaha at Tacoma, Tucson at Colorado Springs, Iowa at Portland, Nashville at Sacramento, and Fresno hosting Memphis later. The 2-2. Curve low, ball 3. Fills the count on Derek. That's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Stingers trailing by a run as we enter the sixth. They're ready to pay off pitch. Swing a pop foul coming back out of play. And we'll do it again at 3-2. In the American League, Boston snapped a 5-all tie with a 5-run 8th. They're still batting, leading Toronto 10-5. Manny Ramirez hit his 10th home run of the year for the Red Sox. 3-2 payoff pitch again. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball. He struck him out. Second strikeout for Stair, and there's one down here in the sixth. That'll bring up Casey Smith, who doubled his last time up. 1 for 2. Bottom of the eighth at St. Petersburg. Tampa Bay now leading Cleveland 5-3. Jose Cruz Jr. with his 6th home run for the Devil Rays. Texas has scored 4 in the bottom of the 4th inning off Kevin Brown. They're still batting, leading the Yankees 5-4. First pitch, a changeup high and outside. The right-hand hitting Casey Smith for ball 1. Lance Nix with his 7th home run for Texas. The 1-0. Swung on, popped up foul. First base side, out of play. Deep into the lower deck, evens the count at 1-1. Alex Rodriguez and Enrique Wilson have homered for New York. For A-Rod, his 10th of the year. Now the 1-1. Swung on, lifted foul again to the right of home plate. 1-2 to count. After 5 at Minnesota, the White Sox lead the Twins 6-1. Timo Perez with his first home run of the year for Chicago. Oakland 3, Kansas City 0. Royals batting in the third against Mark Mulder. Later on, Detroit at Seattle and Anaheim hosting Baltimore. Now the pitch, curveball inside, 2-2 to Smith. In the National League, Phillies have come from behind with 2 in the 7th and 2 in the 8th to lead San Diego 5-4. Now the 2-2. Smith swings at the ground ball to short. Perez gobbles it up, pounds the glove, throws to first for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down. That'll bring up Brian Gordon, who lined out for the first baseman Gonzalez his last time up. Chase Utley and David Bell have homered for the Phillies. Brian Giles has gone deep for San Diego. Giants just hit Montreal with his 6th spot of the 7th and lead the Expos 6-4. Expos batting in the bottom of the 8th in San Juan. Now the pitch. Gordon swings and lines one towards center field. Ibar racing back. Now stops. Wait. That makes the catch to retire the side. Brian hit it on the nose, but right at the bar. 3 up, 3 down. Go the Stingers for the first time tonight. Go to the bottom of the 6th. It's Oklahoma 4 and the Stingers 3 on ESPN 1230.
You're listening to Stingers Baseball on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers. ESPN 1230 AM.
Attention golfers. GNC of Sandy has made a special purchase of junior golf sets from the manufacturer. You can now take advantage of this special purchase and save money without compromising quality. Each set includes putter, driver, 5, 7, and 9 iron with graphite shaft. The junior golf set also includes a deluxe 6-pocket golf bag with 2 shoulder harnesses and stamps. This is normally sold for $120. Because of the special purchase, GNC of Sandy has a junior golf set blowout price at only $88.99. That means you'll save over $30. With 3 different sizes available, you'll find the correct size to fit your junior golfer. This special purchase is only available at GNC located in Sandy Mall at 772 East 9400 South in Sandy. During this event, GNC has also marked down all the dog golf bags 30%. While you're there, check out the huge selection of custom-built clubs at incredible discounts. GNC, the company you've trusted since 1987. 772 East 9400 South in Sandy, or call 571-2031. GNC is Sandy's golf headquarters.
Opportunity's not just knocking, it's pounding. Right now, you can pick a new Honda, motorcycle, scooter, or ATV in stock with 0 down payment and 6.9% fixed APR for up to 5 years to American Honda Finance Corporation. And right now, you can register to win a Honda XR80R in a Big Deal Little Wheels program. See by Honda and Stedman's. See store for rules and details. So get down to Stedman's Recreation on Main in Tooele. On available qualified buyers. Payment sample, 15 monthly payments of $19.75 for each $1,000 finance. Offer good through May 31st, 2004. Other restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
All right, we go to the bottom of the 6th inning now here in downtown Oklahoma City. It'll be Danny Ardois, Adrian Gonzalez, and Ramon Navarre to face left-hander Dusty Berkman, who begins his 2nd inning of relief for the Stingers. 4 runs, 2 hits, 2 errors for Oklahoma. 3 runs, 6 hits, and 1 error for the Stingers. Danny Ardois to lead it off. He bounced out to 3rd in the 1st, led off the 4th inning with a walk, and eventually came around to score for the go-ahead run. That made it a 4-3 Oklahoma ball game, and that's where we stand right now. Finishing up that scoreboard. In the National League, through 7 now at the Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati. The Reds lead the Astros 7-4. Cincinnati scored 5 in the 6th inning. Only home run so far, Jeff Bagwell, 6th of the year for the Astros. Bottom of the 7th, Shea. The Mets lead the Rockies 7-5. A delay as Brian Gordon retrieves a loose baseball out in right center field. Mike Piazza with his 9th home run for the Mets. Mark Sweeney, his 2nd for Colorado. Bergman ready. First pitch to Ardois. Swung on, ground ball on 2 hops to short. Handled on the letter high bounce by Gutierrez. To throw across in plenty of time to get Ardois. 1 pitch, 1 out. That'll bring up Adrian Gonzalez, who's been up twice and has walked twice. Bottom of the 7th in Miami. The Marlins lead Arizona 5-4. Cada and Hillenbrand have homered for the Diamondbacks. Bottom of the 7th in Atlanta. The Braves on Chipper Jones' 5th home run of the year in the 7th inning have taken a 1-0 lead over the Dodgers. L.A. goes into the ball game having lost 7 in a row. Cardinals edged the Cubs earlier today, 7-6, and the Brewers and Pirates were rained out in Pittsburgh. First pitch to Santiago misses high. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. The left-hand hitting, Adrian Gonzalez. The pitch. Low ball 2. He came over with the starter's stare. Being that trade for Udwith Urbina and the Marlins. Early in the second quarter at Minnesota, the T-Wolves lead the Lakers 24-23. Here's a swing and a ground ball up the middle. The shortstop Gutierrez to his left has it, and from behind second base throws to first for the out. 2 up, 2 down. That'll bring up Ramon Nibar, who's popped up and struck out in 2 plate appearances. Now the Lakers lead by 1. Shaquille O'Neal leading the Lakers with 8 points. Michael Olowokandi leading the T-Wolves with 8. Did not expect to see his name up on the board at this point. So 2 outs, base is empty in the first pitch to Navarre. Fastball strike on the outside corner to Denise, 0-1. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. RedHawks 3 in the first, 1 in the 4th. The Stingers 1 in the first, 1 in the second, and 1 in the third. Dusty Bergman ready, the 0-1. Misses down low with the splitter, and the count's even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Now the pitch. Swinging a tap foul behind home plate, 1-2. Again, the Stingers back home 1 week from tonight to kick off your Memorial Day weekend against the Fresno Grizzlies. Get your tickets now for the big game and fireworks extravaganza afterwards. Second fireworks show of the year. 1-2 pitch is tap foul again to the left of home plate. Still 1-2. And don't forget to conclude your Memorial Day weekend. Armin's family night on Monday night. Mom, Dad, and all the kids in the immediate household get into General Reserve seating together for just $10 up to 7. Swing and a miss and a fastball away. Navarre strikes out for the second time. First strikeout for Dusty Bergman. And that'll do it for the RedHawks in the 6th. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. Through 6 complete here in downtown Oklahoma City. It's the RedHawks 4, the Stingers 3 on ESPN 1230.
Home equity loans are easy to get at Mountain America Credit Union. Easier, perhaps, than deciding what to do with the money.
We could get a deck and a hot tub.
Remodel the bathroom and a Janet tub.
Once you make up your mind, you'll pay no appraisal fees, no origination fees, no closing costs, and no annual fees at Mountain America.
A snowmobile.
Try a snow blower.
While you're deciding what to do with the money, call or visit Mountain America Credit Union or log on to mtnamerica.org.
How about a widescreen TV?
How about storm windows with screens?
At Mountain America Credit Union, we make getting home equity loans easy. So get approved.
An ATV.
A riding lawnmower.
Unfortunately, we're no help at all when it comes to deciding what to do with the money.
Oh, come on, lighten up. Okay, let's get a fishing boat.
Oh, you want water. We'll take a cruise.
Mountain America Credit Union, member NCUA, and equal opportunity lender.
If you need car insurance, your local Geico Direct insurance professional is here for you. There are definite advantages to having a local insurance representative. You can't beat the service, and it's nice to know a real-life person is around to answer your questions. That's why Geico Direct has a local office in Layton, staffed with professionals who know the insurance business just as well as they know the neighborhood. Call your Geico professional today. No matter what you need, you can be sure it will be well done. Call 298-9336. That's 298-9336. Right here in Layton.
Now, back to more Stingers baseball on ESPN 1230 AM.
All right, we go to the 7th inning. It's a 4-3 ball game in favor of the RedHawks. Ryan Snare, who gave up runs in each of the first 3 innings, has kind of settled in out of the mound to start the 7th inning against Tom Gregorio, who swings and grounds one and back at third. Backhanded nicely by Newhand. The long throw in time for the out. 1 pitch, 1 away here in the 7th. So Gregorio 0 for 2 twice tonight. He's been retired on the first pitch. Top of the order, and Javi Rodriguez. Singled and scored in the first, tripled and scored in the third, walked in the 5th, but was officially caught stealing, but for all intents and purposes picked off first as he left too soon for second base on the move of Snare. First pitch into the knees, a curveball for a strike, and it's 0-1. 0 balls, 1 strike. Time now to find out who's hot and who's cold in the PCL. Brought to you by your Bryant Heating and Cooling dealers. Keep cool this summer and warm next winter. Visit any of your Utah area Bryant Heating and Cooling dealers. Rodriguez shows bunt, takes a change up high, ball 1. 1-1, longest active hitting streak in the league belongs to Tacoma's Bucky Jacobson has hit safely in 13 straight. Fastball outside, 2-1. RedHawks Jeff Pickler comes into this ball game with a hitting streak of 11 games, but he's hitless so far tonight, 2-1. Rodriguez pops it up foul out of play on the first base side, and the count's 2-2. On base streak, the longest active belongs to Rene Reyes of Colorado Springs at 18 straight. Danny Ardois of Oklahoma extended his on base streak to 17 tonight. Here's a pitch lifted foul, first base side up play. Two balls, two strikes. There into his windup for the 2-2. Time had been called at home plate. Team-wise, as far as who's hot and who's cold, longest win streak, Albuquerque 3. Here's a flare out of the shallow center that's going to fall in for a base hit. Play to the second out by Navarre, and Javi Rodriguez is 3 for 3. That is the 7th hit of the ball game for the Stingers, and Rodriguez has 3 of them. And now the Stingers with a runner at first base, 1 out for Vic Gutierrez, called out on strikes his last time up. Also hot, Sacramento's won 2 in a row and 7 of 10. Albuquerque's won 7 of 10. Tacoma's won 2 in a row and 7 of 10. Stingers on the cold side of the ledger, 8 of 10 losses, actually 9 of 11. There's a swing and a ground ball up the middle, knocked down by the shortstop Perez from his backside, tries to flip the second for the 4th out. Now the runner gets up and tries for third, and he's an easy out. What was Rodriguez thinking? A ground ball up the middle. The shortstop Perez made the diving attempt. Picked the ball up off the ground, made a backhand flip that went awry to Pickler. The ball only rolled about 10 feet from the base at second, but for some reason Rodriguez decided to get up and go to third and was thrown out easily. Wow. So out of all that, 6-4-5 on the putout. So 2 out and a runner at first base out of all that. For Jake Grower, Stingers could have had first and second with 2 outs. Javi Rodriguez thought he could go to third base before an infielder could pick the ball up 10 feet away and throw him out. So runner at first, 2 outs, and the batter thrower. Pitch into the dirt, blocked by Ardois, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. 4 runs on 2 hits for Oklahoma, 3 runs on 7 hits for the Stingers. So a couple of base running gaps by Rodriguez have hurt. The 1-0 pitch rolled forward short. Easy play for Perez to step to the throw to first, and that'll do it for the Stingers here in the 7th inning. No runs, 1 hit. 1 runner left on base. 7th inning stretch time here at the ballpark, brought to you by Upper Limit Fitness. Now with 3 locations, Salt Lake, Orem, and Upper Limit Fitness will stretch a little further. After 6.5, it's Oklahoma 4 and the Stingers 3 on ESPN 1230.
You're listening to Stingers Baseball on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
Put some zing into your spring the entire month of May at Fort Hall Casino. Win $500 cash every hour noon till midnight every Saturday in May. That's right. Fort Hall Casino is giving away 500 big ones all day long on Saturdays. Register for Fort Hall Casino's Spring Swing giveaway at the Buffalo Club booth and get 1 free entry. Earn additional entries by playing Fort Hall Casino's 900 gaming machines using your Buffalo Club card. The more you play, the more entries you earn and the more chances you have to win. Not a Buffalo Club member? No problem. Sign up at the Players Club booth and get your card on the spot. Win $500. 12 big winners, noon till midnight every Saturday in May. It's the unbelievable Spring Swing giveaway. Only at Fort Hall Casino. Big fun, big winners. Exit 80 off I-15 just north of Pocatello, Idaho. Visit the Buffalo Club booth to become a member and for complete promotion details. You must be 18 to play and win at Fort Hall Casino.
Whether you're trading your car in or you want to keep it forever, you can get those nasty dents and dings removed by Dent Pro. Dent Pro, the mobile paintless dent repair, will come to you. Dent Pro fixes shopping cart dents, creases, hail damage, and everyday door dings without disturbing the factory paint.
If your bumper's dented, torn, or scuffed, Dent Pro now offers bumper repair and bumper touch-up at half the cost of a body shop. At Dent Pro, we'll make them new again.
Mobile, convenient, 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Call today toll-free, 1-877-DENT-PRO.
Jeff Pickler to lead things off for the RedHawks. The bottom of the seventh tries to get his way on with a bunt, but he fouls it back for strike one. Bottom of the seventh, Oklahoma 4, the Stingers 3. Pickler 0 for 2 plus a walk. Top of the order, 2 up for Oklahoma here in the seventh. Bergman's pitch, breaking ball low, and that evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now the pitch. Swung on and lofted to shallow center field. Now the wind is taking a hold of it, moving it back to Brian Gordon, stays with it. That makes the catch for out number 1. So Pickler retired, 1 away. That'll bring up David Newhand, who's 0 for 2 with an RBI fielder's choice. On that ball, the middle in which the diving attempt was made by the shortstop Perez, and his backhand flip went awry. That was originally ruled a fielder's choice, but he had the base beaten more than likely, so they did change that to a base hit for Vic Gutierrez. This pitch is a strike and ease, 0-1 to David Newhand. So for Gutierrez, his first AAA hit. Now Bergman wisely 0-1. Breaking ball low, evens the count at 1-1. Time now to find out who's hitting the cover off the ball. The PCL brought to you by Mountain Extreme Power Sports. Take it to the extreme with Mountain Extreme Power Sports in Linden, Utah. Fastball high, 2-1. Calvin Pickering of Omaha leads with 13. Larry Sutton of Albuquerque. Jason Dubois of Iowa. And Luis Garcia of Las Vegas, each with 12. Here's a swing and a high, towering fly ball, shallow center. Brian Gordon to his right hand in, and he'll put it away for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down. That'll bring up Jason Conti, who has walked, struck out, and lined to second base. Stingers will have Pelaez, Nieves, and Gibson, the 4, 5, and 6 hitters, 2 up in the 8th. Time starts to run short on the Stingers in this 1-run ball game. Now the line by Bergman and the pitch. Conti takes the curveball in the dirt, ball 1. Finishing up that home run leader list, John Mabry of Memphis and Justin Leone of Tacoma with 11. 1 ball, no strikes to Conti. The pitch swung on and flared towards left. Thrower towards the line is there, and he'll make the shoulder high catch to retire the side as Dusty Bergman retired. All 9 batters he's faced. We'll move to the 8th inning. It remains Oklahoma 4 and the Stingers 3 on ESPN 1230.
You're listening to Stingers Baseball on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
Why are we turning here?
To look at used cars.
I thought we were going to Gus Paulus.
We are.
Gus is in West Valley City. This is Jordan Landing.
Right.
Did I miss something?
He's growing.
Who's growing?
Gus.
Growing? At his age?
Imagine that.
No more short show, no more booster seats at restaurants, no more ads with half a head.
Huh?
Oh, man, Gus is finally growing. And if he can grow, maybe we can all grow.
Oh.
This is a sign. It gives the world new hope.
Honey.
It's a miracle.
His dealership is growing.
What?
They've expanded. This is their new used car lot.
Oh. Well, that's kind of miraculous, isn't it?
If you say so.
I do.
Gus may not be getting any taller, but with a new dealership at Jordan Landing, his service and selection keeps getting better.
Hey, I wonder if I'm still growing.
I wonder.
Want to measure me when we get home?
I'm not sure you're coming home.
Aw.
The Gus Paulus Auto Group. With Gus, anything is possible.
Spring is here, and that means shorter nights. But just because there's more daylight doesn't mean you don't still need better everyday lighting. Your local Ace Hardware stores and GE Lighting can help. GE Lighting has replaced the ordinary incandescent bulb with the new Reveal bulb. Reveal bulbs make colors so crisp, clean, that you truly see the difference. Guaranteed. Reveal bulbs from GE Lighting at your local Ace Hardware. Ace, the helpful place.
As we go to the eighth, a new pitcher comes on for the Oklahoma RedHawks. It is right-hander Rostan Garcia. Garcia making his 13th appearance of the year in 20 2/3 innings. He's given up 31 hits, 18 runs, 17 of them earned. He has struck out 14 and walked 14. He's 1-4 with one save at a 7.40 earned run average. The PCL is batting .352 against Rostan Garcia. So Alex Pelaez will be the first batter that he faces here in the eighth. Garcia worked last night. Worked an inning, gave up no runs on one hit with one strikeout. Pelaez 1 for 3 as he stands in. Garcia's pitch down the middle of the knees, a strike, 0-1. Ryan Stair went 7 innings, gave up 8 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them earned. He walked 2 and struck out 2. Garcia ready to pitch. Swing and a miss at a sinker, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to count. 4-3 RedHawks were in the eighth. Garcia ready with the 0-2. Bounces one in, ball 1, 1-2. Be on the lookout for the Geico Insurance run of the game. First time the Stingers go up by 2 runs or more after the 5th inning. That's the Geico Insurance run. Rex Olson, your local Geico rep, will donate $10 to the Air Force Fund for every Geico Insurance run of the game. So far this season, there have been 11 Geico Insurance runs. The 1-2 pitch, swing, and a miss to the fastball. He struck him out. 1 down here in the eighth. That'll bring up Will Nieves, who's 0 for 3. Bounced into an inning-ending fielder's choice his last time up. And the Stingers took a 1-0 lead in the first on a throwing error by the right fielder Conti as Javi Rodriguez was advancing from second to third on a flyout. But 3 walks followed by a bases loaded clearing double by Santiago Perez. The Redhawks led 3-1 after end of 1. Showing bunt is Nieves. He takes outside, ball 1. Stingers close the gap to 3-2 on a monster solo homer by Derek Gibson. Then they tied it in the third on a triple by Rodriguez and a ground out by Gutierrez. But the Redhawks broke the tie with a run in the fourth. 1-0 pitch, line towards center. Nivar coming on, has to play it on a hop. And so Nieves is aboard with his first hit of the ball game. And so the Stingers have the tying run on with 1 out. That'll bring up Derek Gibson. Gibson with that home run. Since then, he has grounded to short and struck out swinging. Activity in the Stingers bullpen. Scott Dunn throwing. For Salt Lake. Garcia ready to pitch to Gibson. Strike get under the letters. 0-1 as he took something off of it. No balls, 1 strike to count. The pitch. Swing and a miss over a splitter. And now the count is 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Garcia, 6'1", 216 in his 9th year. Came over to the Rangers organization from the Yankees along with pitcher Randy Flores, October of 2001. It was to complete a trade for infielder Randy Velarde. The 0-2 pitch, Gibson takes low for a ball, 1-2. Made his major league debut last year, going 1-2 in 46 outings for the Rangers. One ball, 2 strikes. Short lead at first for Nieves. The pitch into the dirt. Good scoop and blocked by the catcher Ardoin to keep the runner at first. count's even at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 years ago, Garcia gave up a home run while pitching at Double-A Tulsa on April the 27th. He didn't give up another one the rest of the year, and that covered 63 and 2/3 innings. Two balls, 2 strikes. On Derek Gibson, the outfield straightaway and deep, the infield deep. Now Garcia ready to pitch. There goes the runner. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. The throw to second base is high. And in with a stolen base is Will Nieves. So another $5 the Boys and Girls Clubs of Utah, courtesy of Dent Pro and Dent Pro Colors. So Gibson strikes out, 2 down, but the tying runs now in scoring position. And the batter will be Casey Smith, who's 1 for 3. And now apparently they're sending Nieves back to first, ruling interference on Gibson. Wow. Gibson questioning the call, but to no avail. So now it's back to a runner at first base. With 2 out for Casey Smith, who's 1 for 3 with a double. Garcia ready in the pitch. Swinging a ground foul back behind home plate. The count's 0-1. Congratulations to the new state baseball champions of 4A, Tiffanogas, defeating Murray today by a score of 9-6, and in 5A, Alto winner of the state title, beating Skyline 8-2. The 0-1. Low it inside the right-hand batter. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. The outfield straight away. The infield back. Newhand guarding the line at third. The 1-1 to Smith. Fastball, let her high over the outer half of the plate for a strike, and it's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Garcia ready for 1-2. Swinging a foul back into the screen. If the Stingers don't tie it, Steve Green would get tagged with a loss. It would be his 5th straight, 1 shy of the franchise record of 6. Chaired by Todd Ritchie, Jose Parra, Scott Shields, and Matt Hensley. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. The pitch. Into the dirt, through the legs. The catcher, Ardois, back to the screen. So the wild pitch moves Nieves over to second base. For Garcia, that's his 2nd of the year. And now the tying runs in scoring position with 2 outs. The other veteran catcher on this Oklahoma ball club, Ken Huckabee, was called up today with the injury to Gerald Laird. Ryan Esposito, who both caught and pitched last year in the minor leagues for 4 different teams, 2 of them in the Angels organization. He pitched, or I should say played, at Provo and Rancho Cucamonga. 1-2 the count on Smith. The pitch. Low and inside, a ball. And that fills the count at 3-2. Look, 6 more people just came into the ballpark. The attendance 6,018. Not 6,012 as previously announced. 3-2 the count on Casey Smith. Trying to tie it up with a base hit here. Garcia's pitch. Swing and a foul back into the screen. He stays alive. Three balls, 2 strikes. Todd Williams, who struggled in a closing role yesterday, gave up the 3 runs in the 9th inning, back out on the bullpen mound in left field for the RedHawks. 3-2 pitch, swung on, chopped to third, fielded on the belt, high bounce by Newhand, who sets him throws to first. And that'll do it for the Stingers here in the 8th. No runs, one hit, one runner left on base. We go to the bottom of the eighth. It's still Oklahoma 4 and the Stingers 3 on ESPN 1230.
Your kid's been asking for, make that begging for an ATV? Well, here's the offer you've been waiting for. Right now at Escape Motorsports, as part of the Polaris 50th anniversary celebration, you can buy a Polaris Adult ATV and a Polaris Youth ATV, both for just $59 a month. For $59 a month, you can get a Polaris Youth Sportsman 90 ATV designed for rider safety, plus a Polaris Sportsman 700 Swing EF5. The world's first electronically fuel-injected 4x4 ATV. So, make your kids happy. Make yourself happy. Get over to Escape Motorsports, 1480 North State in Provo today and get both ATVs for just $59 a month. Financing available to qualified customers on approved credit through the Polaris Star Card. See dealer for details. Offer ends July 31st, 2004. Remember, ATVs can be hazardous to operate. Polaris Adult models are for riders 16 and older. Polaris Youth models are for riders 6 to 15. Always wear a helmet. For safety and training information, see your Polaris dealer or call 1-800-342-3764. Polaris, the way out. If you need car insurance, your local Geico Direct Insurance professional is here for you. There are definite advantages to having a local insurance representative. You can't beat the service, and it's nice to know a real live person is around to answer your questions. That's why Geico Direct has a local office in Layton, staffed with professionals who know the insurance business just as well as they know the neighborhood. Call your Geico professional today. No matter what you need, you can be sure it will be well done. Call 298-9336. That's 298-9336, right here in Layton.
Finally, go to the bottom of the eighth inning, 4-3 Oklahoma, and right-hander Scott Dunn comes on in relief for the Stingers of Dusty Berkman, who retired all 9 batters he faced. For Dunn, this is his 16th appearance of the year. In 22 and a third innings, he's given up 15 hits, 10 runs, 8 of them earned. He's walked 13 and struck out 16. Dunn is 2-2 with a 3.22 earned run average. The PCL batting 190 against the big 6'3 right-hander Scott Dunn. An outstanding outing for Dusty Berkman to keep it at a 1-run game, which is the job right now for Scott Dunn heading into the bottom of the eighth. So Dunn, the new pitcher. And he'll face Gary Matthews Jr., Pete Saccolillo, and Santiago Perez, the 4, 5, and 6 hitters due up. Scott Dunn ready to go. This pitch low and inside, ball 1 to Matthews, who is 1 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Now Dunn ready, the 1-0. Fastball inside at the knees, ball 2. 2-0 the count. In the ninth, the Stingers will have Ryan Gordon, Tom Gregorio, and Javi Rodriguez, the 8, 9, and 1 hitters due up. There's a pitch that misses. Ball 3. 3-0 the count. Dunn has struggled with his control at times this year. Don't want to walk the leadoff hitter here. RedHawks look for some insurance. 3-0 pitch. Fastball down the middle. Strike 3-1. Three balls, 1 strike. Now Dunn ready. The pitch. Swinging a foul back into the screen. So the count now runs 4-3-2 to Matthews. And all of last year in the big leagues, 41 games for the Orioles, 103 for the Padres. Now Dunn ready, the 3-2. Low, ball 4, he walked him. 8th walk issued by Stingers pitching in the ball game. So runner at first, nobody out for Pete Saccolillo, who struck out, grounded into a double play and fly to center field. Here's Zaccarillo. On the pitch. Low and inside. He tipped up to get out of the way of the breaking ball. Ball one. That's going to bring a visit to the mound by catcher Tom Gregorio. Four, 3 Oklahoma. As we're in the bottom of the 8th inning. Infield double play depth. They've turned one tonight. Done the pitch. The runner goes. The pitch is high. Gregorio throw on the money, but late. Safe at second base is Matthews with a head first slide. And that for Matthews is his 4th stolen base and a big insurance run now out at second with nobody out. A runner at second base. Bring up Santiago Perez, who drove in the first 3 Oklahoma runs with the bases loaded, 2 out, double in the first. After Steve Green walked 3 straight batters after retiring the first hitter of the ballgame. Then make sure you come out to the ballpark during the Memorial Day weekend series with Fresno. Those are the only 4 home games for the Stingers in a 20-day stretch. The runner at second, 1 out. The first pitch to Santiago Perez is on its way. Instead, Dunn leg kick and whirls back, but no throw. RedHawks a 4-3 winner in 12 innings last night. Here they lead it 4-3 in the 8th. Dunn's pitch. Perez takes the fastball strike to the inside corner at the knees. 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Halftime in Minnesota, the Lakers 46, the T-Wolves 44. Now the 0-1. Swing and a miss at a fastball, 0-2. 94 miles per hour on the scoreboard radar. No balls, 2 strikes. Angels underway at home. Trailing Baltimore 2-0 in the first. No balls, 2 strikes to count on Santiago Perez. His done deal. Fastball inside at the bell. 1-2 the count on the left-hand hitter. Again, the Stingers will have their 8, 9, and 1 hitters due up in the 9th. Closer Williams still working out of the RedHawks bullpen. Pitch inside with a changeup. Perez spinning out of the way. 2-2 the count. Two balls, 2 strikes. Matthews trying to stretch his lead out at second base. Now Dunn is set. Here's the 2-2. Curveball into the dirt. Gets away. No. Yeah, he did get away. Gregorio thought that ball may have been tipped and didn't go after it. Now there's some discussion between the third base umpire Kevin Kelly and the home plate umpire Travis Reininger. And apparently they're saying it hit Perez. So that means Matthews has to go back to second, but Perez is at first, raised by the pitch. Interesting that the third base umpire could tell that the batter was hit, but the home plate umpire couldn't. So for Scott Dunn, that is the second batter he's hit this year. And now there are runners at first and second, 1 out. Here's Danny Ardois 0 for 2 with a walk and a run score. Ground ball at someone. Ardois is definitely a candidate to turn 2 on. He is getting the ground ball. Pitch. Fastball outside and high. Ball 1. The count of 4 to let the RedHawks add to this 1-run lead before going into the 9th inning. Outfield straight away. The infield looking to turn 2. Dunn with a 1-0. Fastball a little bit high. Ball 2. 2-0 the count. Adrian Gonzalez is due next. Matthews the lead at second. Perez at first for the 2-0. Way outside, ball 3. 3-0, and a wide one would load the bases. Last night, the Stingers managed only 3 runs on 16 hits. So far tonight, the RedHawks have scored 4 on only 2. 3-0 pitch on the way, a fastball high, and he's walked the bases loaded. Actually, 2 walks and a hit batter. And now Rich Bombard, the pitching coach, goes out. Bases loaded, 1 out for Adrian Gonzalez. He's walked twice and grounded to short. That's 9 walks issued by Stingers pitching in the ball game. The Salt Lake franchise record is 13 against Memphis on May 21st of 1999 at Franklin Covey Field. So the meeting is over as Adrian Gonzalez stands in. Gonzalez on the season walked the only time he batted with the bases loaded. So here's Gonzalez. Again, the Stingers infield looking to turn 2. They could not in a bases-loaded 1-out situation in the 4th. That's the difference in the ball game right now. But the RedHawks with a chance to break it open. The pitch on the way to Gonzalez. Ground ball toward short. Gutierrez has it. Flips to second. That's 1. Over to first. That's 2. And they get out of the inning with a 6-4-3 double play. Tailor-made off the bat of Adrian Gonzalez. But another $5 goes to the United Way, courtesy of Taco Maker. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 left. We go to the 9th. It's Oklahoma 4, the Stingers 3 on ESPN 1230.
Soldiers, it's the 2nd-year anniversary of Ken Garfavogen. Do you know what that means? No, sir. It means for 2 years now, Northern Utah have received outstanding prices, service, and selection as the only Ogden dealer with 6 different manufacturers under one roof. Do you understand? Yes, sir. And Ken Garfavogen gives you an additional warranty up to 10 years or 250,000 miles. Stand to attention and learn more.
Thank you, General Ogden. All GMC Pontiac Buicks sold at invoice, and you keep the rebate, excluding crew cabs. Rebates on GMC trucks are up to $4,000. Enter to win a $1,000 package from the Sportsman's Warehouse. The great indoors for those who love the great outdoors. GMC, we are professional grade. See dealer for details.
Soldiers, I'm darn proud of y'all for shopping at Ken Garfavogen.
Ken Garfavogen at 900 West Riverdale Road backs up every car they sell.
Make sure your equipment's ready for a productive season with a visit to Brigham Implement. It's the perfect time of year to take care of all your preseason equipment maintenance and repairs. Plus, make the most of your Case Credit Advantage account and make no payments and pay no interest until October 1st, 2004, with a minimum $750 purchase of genuine Case IH parts or related services. Offer good May 1st through July 31st, 2004. So visit Brigham Implement today and take advantage of genuine Case IH values, subject to credit qualifications.
We go to the 9th inning, and right-handed closer Todd Williams has been in this league a long time. Comes on for the RedHawks for the 19th, make that the 19th time this year in 20 innings. He's given up 27 hits, 11 runs, 7 of them earned. He's walked 3 and struck out 10. He's 1-2 with 5 saves and a 3.15 earned run average. BCL batting .321 against Williams, who suffered a blown save last night, came into the 9th leading 3-0, but left the inning tied 3-3. So here's Brian Gordon to lead things off. He's followed by Tom Gregorio and Javi Rodriguez. Rosan Garcia, 1 inning, 1 hit, no runs, no walks, and 2 strikeouts. 4-3 RedHawks here in the 9th. Lines being guarded at the corners as Williams' first pitch to Gordon is swung on and missed. A strike at its 0-1. Williams, first base Salt Lake in the first year of the Buzz back in 1994. Earned a couple of saves. in 9 appearances. The pitch, curveball, low and inside to the left-hand batter. 1-1 the count. RedHawks with Matthews, Navarre, and Conti in left, center, and right. Newhand, Perez, Pickler, and Gonzalez. The infield third to first. Williams pitching, Ardois catching. The 1-1 pitch is top foul. Over the roof, out of play. 1-2 the count on Brian Gordon. 0 for 3 on the night. He pops to third. Line to the first baseman Gonzalez and flies to Navarre, deep center field. Now the 1-2 by Williams. Misses outside and low to the left-hand hitter, and that evens the count at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. There is activity in the bullpen. A left-hander up for Oklahoma, just in case. Now Williams starts his motion for the 2-2. Swinging a tap up the first base side that goes foul. And so the count is still even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 ball game. Or rather, a 2-2 count, I should say. 4-3 the ball game. And we're in the top of the 9th inning. Stingers down by a run, even though they've out-hit the RedHawks 9-2. Now Williams ready again. The 2-2 to Gordon. Swinging a ground ball, right side. Second baseman Pickler in short right has it. Will throw to first in plenty of time for the out. There's 1 down here in the 9th. Brings up Tom Gregorio, who's 0 for 3. But certainly capable of getting one into that strong wind blowing out towards left. One out here in the 9th. Outfield shaded towards right for Tom. Williams ready to pitch. Strike on the outside corner at the knees. 0-1. A tough sidearm delivery against the right-handed batter. Gregorio, who's seen a much smaller strike zone while he's been behind the plate, says something to Travis Reininger. Now the 0-1. Long on and Luke foul past the first base coach's box. Jim Eppert waving at it on the way by, and the count's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to count. With Javi Rodriguez on deck. Williams, the 0-2. Swing and a miss to the sidearm breaking ball. He struck him out. 2 down in the 9th. Stingers down to the last out. The batter will be Javi Rodriguez, who's 3 for 3. 2 singles and a triple. He's also walked. So 2 outs and the base is empty. Rodriguez ready to go. The first pitch to Williams. Swing and a tap foul. Behind home plate 0-1. Williams much sharper than he was last night. No balls, 1 strike to count as Rodriguez steps out. 6,018 cheering on Todd Williams right now as the 0-1 comes home. Fastball just missed outside. Rodriguez checks his swing in time. And that evens the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Williams in his 14th professional season. Most of it spent at AAA. The 1-1. Long on, top fly, shallow left. Matthews coming hard is there, and the ball game is over. And the RedHawks win a 1-run ball game. So Williams, after giving up 3 in the 9th to force extra innings, comes on and retires the side in order here in the 9th tonight. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. The final score, the Oklahoma RedHawks 4 and the Salt Lake Stingers 3. I'll be back with the 10th inning show after this here on ESPN 1230.
This has been Salt Lake Stingers baseball. Stay tuned for a complete wrap-up of tonight's game. The 10th inning show is coming up next on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
You asked for it. Now at Upper Limit Fitness, we're pleased to announce that our new clearance zone is in all 3 of our stores. The Upper Limit Clearance Zone is a store within a store, bursting at the seams with fantastic savings on new and used quality fitness equipment. You'll discover unbelievable savings on strength equipment, treadmills, bikes, free weights, and gyms. You'll find reconditioned exercise equipment with factory warranty, special deals on benches and bikes, dumbbell racks up to 70% off, Olympic 300-pound sets with base and weights as low as $119, with weight plates for under 30 cents a pound. Our clearance zone is a great place to save on quality fitness equipment, new and used, demos and odds and ends. Check out the great deals on top quality treadmills, bikes, home gyms, and free weights, all at huge clearance zone discounts. Come into any Upper Limit location and look for the clearance zone sign and get ready to save. Upper Limit Fitness, 815 West 2400 South in Salt Lake, 1345 South State in Orem, and at the corner of Antelope and Hillfield Road in Layton.
The game is over. The fans are leaving the ballpark. It's time now for the 10th inning show. A complete wrap-up of tonight's game with a look at the rest of the Pacific Coast League and Major League Baseball. This is the 10th inning show on ESPN 1230 AM. Now let's go back to the ballpark with the voice of the Stingers, Steve Klauke.
Well, welcome back to the FBC Bricktown Ballpark in downtown Oklahoma City as the Stingers fall to the RedHawks by a final score of 4-3 in another gut-wrenching loss for the Stingers. For Oklahoma, 4 runs on only 2 hits, 2 errors, and they left 7 men on base. For the Stingers, 3 runs on 9 hits, 1 error, and they left 7 men on base. As the fireworks show begins here in Oklahoma, the winning pitcher, Brian Stair, now 2-3. The loser, Steve Green, he drops to 3-5. Todd Williams works a 1-2-3 ninth inning to record his 6th save. Time of the game, 2 hours, 28 minutes. 6,018, the paid attendance here tonight in Oklahoma City. Stingers jumped out to the 1-0 lead, but the wildness of Steve Green, which has plagued him all season long, was maybe at its worst tonight as he walked 7 batters. But the focus on the first inning is with 1 out and nobody on base. Green walked 3 consecutive batters to load the bases, and then with 2 outs, and the runners going on a 3-2 pitch, Santiago Perez drove one to the opposite field corner in left. And that cleared the bases. 3 runs scoring. And the RedHawks had taken a 3-1 lead. Stingers get 1 back in the second on a home run by Derek Gibson. Another one in the third to tie it on a triple by Rodriguez and a ground out by Gutierrez. The RedHawks won on a fielder's choice. A bases loaded ground ball to second. The Stingers infield got one but could not turn the double play. And that allowed Danny Ardois to score. Ardois looked like was going to be forced out at third base in the 4th inning, but a bad throw by Gutierrez. The error on the shortstop allowed Ardois to stay, and he scored what turned out to be the winning run. Javi Rodriguez, a big night, 3 for 4, but a couple of base running mistakes. Got picked off in the 5th inning, but more importantly in the 7th, an infield single by Gutierrez would have given the Stingers runners at first and second base with 2 outs. As he grounded one up the middle, Perez made the diving stop, but his backhand flip got away from the second baseman Pickler, only rolled about 10 feet away from the base, but for some reason Rodriguez got up and thought he could go to third, and he was thrown out by 20 feet. And so the Stingers' woes continue. They've now dropped 10 of their last 12. They've lost 4 in a row, and now 21 of their last 27 as they drop to 17 and 23 on the year, while the RedHawks remain in first place in the East Division with a 22 and 19 record. Again, when things are on the downward spiral, just little things turn out to mean a lot, and that's what happened here tonight at the Bricktown Ballpark in downtown Oklahoma to the Salt Lake Stingers, who are trying just to tread water until they get some of their key players back from Anaheim, but those Angels players not quite healthy yet, and it may be a while. So the Stingers just have to do what they can. Hopefully the Angels can find some help. But in the meantime, The struggles continue for the Salt Lake Stingers as they lose tonight to the RedHawks by a final score of 4-3. We'll come back and take a look at the other scores around baseball after this on ESPN 1230.
Attention golfers, PNC of Sandy has made a special purchase of junior golf sets directly from the manufacturer. You can now take advantage of a special purchase and save money without compromising quality. Each set includes putter, driver, 5, 7, and 9 iron with graphite shaft. The junior golf set also includes a deluxe 6-pocket golf bag with 2 shoulder harnesses and stand. This is normally sells for $120. Because of the special purchase, PNC of Sandy has a junior golf set blowout price at only $88.99. That means you'll save over $30. With 3 different sizes available, you'll find the correct size to fit your junior golfer. This special purchase is only available at PNC located in Sandy Mall at 772 East, 9400 South in Sandy. During this event, PNC has also marked down all the golf bags 30%. While you're there, check out the huge selection of custom-built clubs at incredible discounts. PNC, the company you've trusted since 1987. 772 East, 9400 South in Sandy, or call 571-2031. PNC is Sandy's golf headquarters.
Hi, I'm Multivitamin, Divine Base, and flowers is cute. I provide most vitamins and minerals, but that's not enough. I want someone who can help maintain a healthy mind.
Multivitamin, meet Tri-Omega, the first once-a-day omega-3 supplement. So concentrated and pure, just one Tri-Omega soft gel daily gives you all the omega-3s you need to improve the health of your heart, mind, and joints. Look for the silver and blue package wherever vitamins are sold.
Do you believe in love at first sight?
Tri-Omega, the essential complement to your multivitamin.
This May, Aleve invites you to join us in the fight against arthritis, the country's #1 cause of disability. That's when Aleve will partner with the Arthritis Foundation to sponsor the annual Arthritis Walk. When you join the walk, you'll help Aleve and the Arthritis Foundation in the fight to prevent, control, and cure this painful disease that affects 1 in every 3 Americans. For more information on the Arthritis Walk and Aleve's all-day arthritis pain relief, go to Aleve.com and join the team to fight arthritis. Aleve. Use as directed for minor arthritis pain.
All right, welcome back to Bricktown Ballpark in downtown Oklahoma City, where the RedHawks prevailed over the Stingers tonight for the second straight night by a final score of 4-3. Time now to take a look at what else happened under the lake tonight at CCL and Major League Baseball. Brought to you by TE Lighting and the new Reveal light bulb. You can check out the new Reveal bulb at your locally owned Ace Hardware store. In the Pacific Coast League, they've gone to the 8th inning in New Orleans. The Zephyrs right now out in front of Edmonton by a score of 3-2. In the 5th inning at Tacoma, the Rainiers out in front of Omaha 5-3. After 2 in Colorado Springs, the Sky Sox lead Tucson 3-0. In the 5th at Albuquerque, it's the Isotopes 3 and Las Vegas 1. Iowa 1, Portland 0 after 1 at TGE Park. Through 2 in Sacramento, Nashville leads the River Cats 2-0. And after 1 in Fresno, it's Memphis 3 and the Grizzlies 1. In the American League, Texas down 4-1 to the Yankees. Scored 4 in the 4th to take the lead, and they've just scored 4 more in the 7th to open up a 9-4 advantage over the Yankees. Lance Nix with his 7th and 8th home runs for the Rangers. David Bellucci his 6th. Alex Rodriguez his 10th. Enrique Wilson his 1st for New York. In the bottom of the 6th inning at Oakland, the A's are shutting out Kansas City 7-0. Mark Mulder with a no-hitter through 6. Bobby Crosby, the former Sacramento River Cat, with his 6th and 7th home runs of the year for Oakland. And Tutaro has his 1st home run for Oakland. Eric Munson's 4th of the year in the 3rd has put Detroit out in front of Seattle by a score of 1-0. And in the 3rd inning in Anaheim, the Angels trail Baltimore 2-0. Finals, Boston broke a 5-all tie with a 6-run ninth to beat Toronto 11-5. Tampa Bay over Cleveland 5-3. And it was Chicago pounding Minnesota for the 2nd straight night, 8-2, the final score this evening. In the National League, Arizona and Florida have headed to the 10th inning, all tied at 5. Diamondbacks tying the game up with a run in the 8th inning. It was St. Louis fetching Chicago this afternoon, 7-6. Giants score 6 in the 7th and beat Montreal 6-5 down in San Juan. Phillies rally with 2 in the 7th and 2 in the 8th to beat San Diego 5-4. Cincinnati tops Houston 7-6. It was the Mets scoring 2 in the 8th, and they hold on to beat Colorado 9-7. Atlanta shuts out the Dodgers 2-0 for LA's 8th straight loss. And Pittsburgh and Milwaukee were rained out at Pittsburgh. And with 10:02 to go in the third quarter at Minnesota, in Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals of the NBA playoffs, it's the Lakers 52 and the Timberwolves 50. And that's a look at the scoreboard for tonight. We'll come back and check out some of the scoring highlights of tonight's game right after this on ESPN 1230.
You're listening to Stingers Baseball on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.
Soldier, it's the second-year anniversary of Ken Garfavogen. Do you know what that means?
No, sir.
It means for 2 years now, Northern Utah have received outstanding prices, service, and selection as the only Ogden dealer with 6 different manufacturers under one roof. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
And Ken Garfavogen gives you an additional warranty up to 10 years or 250,000 miles. Stand to attention and learn more.
Thank you, General Ogden. All GMC Pontiac Buicks sold at invoice and you keep the rebate, excluding crew cabs. Rebates on GMC trucks are up to $4,000. Enter to win a $1,000 package from the Sportsman's Warehouse. The great indoors for those who love the great outdoors. GMC, we are professional grade. See dealer for details.
Soldiers, I'm darn proud of y'all for shopping at Ken Garf of Ogden.
Ken Garf of Ogden at 900 West Riverdale Road backs up every car they sell.
Many people are afraid of computers, intimidated. Ooh, what if I hit the wrong button, or I download a virus, or something breaks and I lose everything? If that's your worry, turn to Superior Computers for a laptop or desktop computer, even computer networks. Superior Computers custom builds every computer to meet the user's needs for games, or internet, or sound and video editing. Superior Computers uses only the best components, and here's the part that lets you sleep at night. Superior Computers warranty covers viruses, user errors, data backup, hardware failures, and more for the life of the machine. Buy a Superior laptop or desktop computer and never pay for service. Plus, get a 4-year warranty on all parts. With coverage like that and a system built to your needs, you'll never make a fatal computer misstep. That's a Superior Computer, #1 in custom-built computers. Visit Superior Computers online at SuperiorPCSystems.com or shop in Ogden, Layton, Brigham City, and celebrate the grand opening in Sandy at 109th South and State. All locations are celebrating during May with huge discounts and lots of giveaways.
Now, back to more Stingers Baseball on ESPN 1230 AM.
Welcome back to Oklahoma City, where the Stingers jumped out in front of the first. Javi Rodriguez singled off the starter Ryan Snare. Vic Gutierrez, in his first ever AAA at bat, sacrificed Rodriguez to second. Jake Thrower then lined to right field. Rodriguez tagging at second and going to third. Jason Contai's throw from right field up the left field line bounced and went into the stands, allowing Rodriguez to score and put the Stingers ahead 1-0. But then in the bottom of the first inning, Steve Green set the table. He walked David Newhand. He walked Jason Contai, and he gave a free pass to Gary Matthews Jr. to load the bases with 1 out. Now Green did strike out Pete Sacalillo, but that still left the bases loaded and 2 out for Santiago Perez. Trotter at third, Newhand, Contai at second, Matthews at first. Green ready, there goes the merry-go-round. The pitch is lined on the left field side, and that's going into the corner, fair ball. Newhand will score, Contai will score, Matthews being waved around, the throw to the plate not in time. It's a 3-run double by Santiago Perez, and the RedHawks take a 3-1 lead. So a 3-1 lead, but the Stingers were able to peck away at it and eventually tie the ball game up. They were down 3-1 in the second with 1 out, and Derek Gibson at the plate. No ball, 1 strike. They're working quickly the pitch. Swung on, and there's a deep drive to left. That ball's up there, it's out there, and it is long gone over the bullpen. That one was about 450 feet from home plate. A home run by Derek Gibson, and that makes it a 3-2 Oklahoma lead. Stingers then would tie it in the third. Javi Rodriguez with 1 out, tripled into the alley in left center field, and scored on Vic Gutierrez. Ground out to short. The game was tied at 3-3. But then in the fourth, Oklahoma again, Steve Green wild as he walked the leadoff hitter Ardois. Then Gonzalez walked after Navarre was called out on strike. Pickler hit a ball to the shortstop, or I should say to the shortstop. Gutierrez in the hole. His only play was the third, but the throw into the legs of Ardois. And that was an error on Gutierrez's throw, and that loaded the bases with one out. David Newham. It would appear to be a potential double play ball to second. Rodriguez to Gutierrez, but Gutierrez's relay was late. As Newham crossed the bag ahead of the toss, Ardois scored. That made it 4-3 Oklahoma in the fourth, and that was it. Nothing but goose eggs the rest of the way, as the Stingers suffer yet another tough loss here tonight. As the RedHawks win it 4-3, we'll come back with our Ace Hardware MHP of the game, as well as let you know about tomorrow night's third game of the series right after this final timeout on ESPN 1230.
National Auto Plaza Southtown is now National Isuzu at 108 South State. The brand new National Isuzu has to make room for the biggest Isuzu SUV selection ever to come to Utah. Reliable Isuzu Rodeos, the brand new Isuzu Ascenders, and fun-to-drive Axiom Sport utilities are arriving daily. So to accommodate these new vehicles, National Isuzu has to move hundreds of Utah's most premium used cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs at unbelievably low prices. Take thousands off Hondas, Nissans, and Toyotas. Thousands off. Or get even bigger savings on all luxury models from Lexus, BMW, Audi, and Mercedes. All our used inventories priced to go quickly. Now is your chance to upgrade your vehicle without upgrading your payment. Only at the new National Isuzu, formerly National Auto Plaza Southtown, 108 South Gate. Call 545-9292 for details. 545-9292. 108 South Gate is Utah's new home of the largest selection of Isuzus. National Isuzu.
Waiting in line for tickets to the Tiffany concert, and I spot this total Don Johnson-looking babe with this totally heinous chick. She's wearing cute green leg warmers, gagged me, so I dropped my scrunchie so he can get a better look at my...
Some things from the 80s are best forgotten, like Vapid Airheads. Some need to be relived, like the movies. This Sunday on AMC, watch your favorite 80s movies, like The Breakfast Club, 16 Candles, and The Princess Bride. Don't miss that 80s movie marathon. This Sunday, beginning at 12 noon, 11 Central, only on AMC.
True Car Confessions.
I can't talk to my old man. He's in the dark ages. He's all, my father used cheap oil, so I use cheap oil. I'm all, forget tradition, it's Castrol Syntec. Is he dead inside? What about the cars, man?
Your car is your baby, so give it Castrol Syntec. Independent test proved that Syntec provides superior engine protection and performance. Castrol Syntec. Everything else is just motor oil.
You asked for it. Now at Upper Limit Fitness, we're pleased to announce that our new clearance zone is in all three of our stores. The Upper Limit Clearance Zone is a store within a store, bursting at the seams with fantastic savings on new and used quality fitness equipment. You'll discover unbelievable savings on strength equipment, treadmills, bikes, free weights, and gyms. You'll find reconditioned exercise equipment with factory warranty, special deals on benches and bikes, dumbbell racks up to 70% off, Olympic 300-pound sets, base and weights as low as $119, with weight plates for under 30 cents a pound. Our clearance zone is a great place to save on quality fitness equipment, new and used, demos and odds and ends. Check out the great deals on top quality treadmills, bikes, home gyms, and free weights, all at huge clearance zone discounts. Come to any Upper Limit location and look for the clearance zone sign and get ready to save. Upper Limit Fitness, 815 West 2400 South in Salt Lake, 1345 South State in Orem, and corner of Antelope and Hillfield Road in Layton.
Welcome back to the Big Town Ballpark here in downtown Oklahoma City, where the RedHawks pull out a 4-3 win over the Stingers in tonight's ball game. Time now to let you know who our Stingers, Ace Hardware, MHP, the most helpful player of the game was, brought to you by your locally owned Ace Hardware store. Ace, the helpful play. Javi Rodriguez had a big game tonight, 3 for 4, but a couple of key base running mistakes may have cost the Stingers. The most helpful player of the game was Dusty Berkman. What a relief job he pulled off tonight. He retired all 9 batters he faced with 1 strikeout. And just going through the batters that he faced, he retired 2 of them on the first pitch and a couple more on the second pitch. But he was pretty much in control through his 3 innings of work, retiring all 9 batters he faced. So Dusty Berkman is our Stingers, Ace Hardware, MHP, most helpful player of the game. Well, the Stingers will try once again to turn things back around in their favor. Tomorrow night will be at 5:45 on deck circle with a 6:05 game time. It'll be right-hander Mike Brunet with a record of 1-2 on the mound for the Stingers against left-hander Corey Vance, who's 2-2 for the Oklahoma RedHawks. We hope you'll join us for that here tomorrow, and hopefully we'll have better news for you from Oklahoma City. So, once again, our thanks to Tony Parks back at our studios in Salt Lake City, and our thanks to you for listening. Once again, in 2 hours, 28 minutes, and in front of 6,018, the final score. The Oklahoma RedHawks 4 and the Salt Lake Stingers 3. I'm Steve Plowke saying good night and so long from downtown Oklahoma City.
This has been the 10th Inning Show on ESPN 1230 AM. Be sure to join us after every Stingers game for the 10th Inning Show on the home of the Salt Lake Stingers, ESPN 1230 AM.